It is good afternoon once again from us, the IPOB Truth Bearers, bringing our voice of the truth, our voice of God's message, our voice of liberation message to you and to the world, starting from Biafrans, wherever Biafrans are located all over the world. As you know, we are accustomed with speaking of the truth. We are part and parcel of the people that turn the world upside down only but with the truth. Other people try to turn the world upside down with chaoses. Some try to turn the world upside down with missile. Some try to turn the world upside down with fighter jets and with all other warfaring ammunitions. But we don't believe in as such until when the demand requires it under compulsion, then we might try to do so. But we have a weapon that is mightier than all those weapons. And that is the weapon that the whole world feared the most, including the American president feared this weapon, the Nigerian government feared this weapon, all of the Biafran misleaders, they fear this weapon. It is the same weapon that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu uses, and that is the same weapon that had intimidated them, and they began to conspire on how to extraordinarily rendition him, which they succeed to do, but God is still in control, because that weapon is the perfect God's representative. That weapon is the reason they have hated the Messiah, Jesus Christ. That weapon is the reason that humanity, the majority of humanity, are in enmity with God. It is because the majority of humanity are afraid of that weapon. The worst thing is that they cannot beat the weapon. They cannot bury the weapon forever. They cannot destroy the weapon forever because they are not the maker of the weapon. And this weapon is not visible to them. They cannot find him to locate him at his particular home to destroy him, because this weapon is a weapon whose God is the abode, and God is the source of this weapon. So nobody can destroy God, and God cannot permit anybody to come close to his abode to destroy this weapon. Even those who try to build the Tower of Babel and having an occasion to attend to Mount on high, God put confusion among them and destroyed them with the same weapon, because nobody can withstand the weapon unless those who are in love with the weapon, then God stabilizes them with the weapon. The weapon becomes the anchor of their foundation, and that weapon by name is the truth. The truth is the perfect representative of God in all over the world, all over the universe, and in regard to all matters. That is the reason we have chosen to be fighting with this weapon, which is the truth. And this weapon called the truth is always right. Nobody debunks the truth, but the truth debunk every evil and insincere person. That is exactly what we represent, because we have made the truth our love, because we have made the truth our food, because we have made the truth our delight, because the truth is the basis for the pleasure of God, because our work is based on God's pleasure. It is not about pleasing compromised humanity, but about debunking the compromised humanity. That is the reason we are truth bearers of the IPOB. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all of the new subscribers into this channel and the viewers of this video. Like last time, our video had amounted 1,000 views and above, which has not been common to this platform. And I am not disappointed with it, because from onset, God had opened my eyes to understand that what people hate the most in life is the truth. And that is the reason people cry for freedom, but freedom being so hard for the people to obtain. Because when you tell the people the right thing they should do, they will not want to do it, because the right thing is founded on the truth. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to pay the price of going to heaven. That is in a society we are living in. But I thank God that many people are coming in to sense of reality, because they are coming now to realize that only the truth can set us free. Only for us living and continuing living by the truth that we can truly be a free people. So I thank you. I also advise and encourage that you continue to subscribe more and more. At the moment, we are 394 subscribers. At least after today's video, I want it to be completed 400, and from there we go on. We are not in a haste. We are not in a haste, because we know that all of the subscribers in this channel are the lovers of the truth. We are more of the realist. The way I speak is the way the subscribers of this channel speak, and that is, they are delighted with the content from this channel, and the like of us are very few. We are 1 in a million everywhere. So that is the reason I am not surprised about how people deal with this channel. But as people continue to mature, people will begin to subscribe, because there are treasures of excellent knowledge that are hoarded into this platform, which people should go back and begin to listen to one by one, to be grabbing points, unique points, uncommon points that are hoarded. That is the essence of this platform, Biafra TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. It is all about excellent education, excellent information, excellent know-how to those who can pay the price to endure, to absorb the truth, and to increase in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for the progress of humanity, starting from themselves. So I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Inimakalo, as you know, who hails from Ohafia in Abia, which is Biafra land, and I have my residence here in the city of Valencia, Spain, from where I am echoing my voice to the world as I pass the microphone to my comrade. Mama Patricia, are you available? If you're available, indicate. Okay, Mama Patricia, welcome. May God bless you really good. May God bless you really good. You are mother of the house. So you are a mother in Biafra land. You are a big sister, and you are a woman of honor. Those who think it is easy, let them come and do what you are doing. Let us see, because they cannot absorb the truth. That is the reason they cannot do it. Without that, continue by giving your preliminary words to Biafrans and the world at large, introducing yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Collins.
God bless you really good.
You're welcome too. Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to today's interactive. As usual, you all know that we come here on Sundays because of so many things that we cannot control. We present ourselves here every Sunday to have our Sunday school class, so that we'll be able to drive the truth, just like my colleague said, drive the truth to our people, because it's by this same truth, the weapon with which Mazi destroyed the zoo and made it so clear that Mekwata Adesege, it doesn't matter how they want to sustain it with their feeding bottle of oxygen, doesn't matter how they go to borrow life by killing others, killing millions, to make sure that they exchange the life of the unborn generation to sustain a cancerous, villainous, evil entity formed by the British, the father of terrorists, the rooters of every good thing that Africa has. But they have come so late. They have come so late because the servant of God whom he mandated, as he mandated Moses. We all know the story very well.
Yes.
Israel was in Egypt for how many years? Over 400 years. Suffering.
430. Even they forgot that God had programmed it primarily to be 400. There they forgot and stayed extra 30 years before God said, no, it has been too much.
Okay. Thank you. The same thing that happened to our sister Israel is what we are going through. But just like I was saying, when God sent Moses to Pharaoh, because his time was up, and Pharaoh was still making headstrong that who is God that he will obey? Who is God or who is Moses? At the end, that which God has written down was what came to pass. It's the same thing we are saying here. Britain, France, America, the zoo, and the other Arab countries who are sustaining to maintain an entity, a company that's supposed to have been removed from the face of the earth, because it's never a country. Our hero, Ojukwu of blessed memory, said it. Other so-called leaders of the same entity of British company said it. We had when the former president, our own man that ruled before the dead Buhari came in, Jonathan.
Okay.
He was reading out what the leaders, so-called leaders then, were saying about Nigeria. That is never a country, never a nation. That the British government tried all they can to make sure they put them together. But it's just like putting oil and water. It can never mix. It's just like the image that Daniel saw that was so very much tall and stout, but nothing of it matches together. On the feet, you will see sand. Later, you will see iron, and so on and so forth. That is how Nigeria is. Mixing all these tribes together that has nothing to do with themselves. Language is not the same. Culture, religion, food even they are eating is not the same. How do you merge them together for your own profit, Britain? For your own profit, America? Because you people are evil. Obama came and put the dead Buhari on just for them to continue peeling, stealing, killing, maiming. But the moment that Mazi showed up, all their holds were broken. All their shackles were broken. And that is why we are here today with a great confidence that it doesn't matter how they do it. It doesn't matter how much demons are let out from the dungeon, from hell itself. When God says it is time, that is time. That was why Mazi said, at this very time, before they kidnapped and renditioned him, these people has built over 20 billion, 20 million billion, 20, I think 20 billion of US dollar to buy you over. Buy those over. Those who money is their God. Those who because of money can sell their birthright like Esau. Those who because of money prefer to be a slave. And Mazi said, they will buy you people over. You will only bring yourself to shame because you cannot stop Biafra. What is happening today? In Jos, in Kaduna, and so many other places, the terrorists from Mali, Niger, and other parts have taken hold of those areas as their own. The indigenous are paying tax to the Sharia government there. to enable them to even put a seed on the ground to eat. This Tinubu terrorist government with Shetima and the Britain that is supporting them with America and so many and so forth. They didn't see where the indigenous are being cleared out of the existence, so that the Fulani, the vagabonds that have no place to be, that are wanderers, infidels, murderers from birth. Don't you see their children, little boys of 3 years, 4 years? Once they give birth, they start training them how to kill so that they can take the people's land. That was why they brought Ruga and all that kind of rubbish. But Mazi, the servant of God with the message of authority, told them it's never in Biafra land because it's God's land. He made it clear to them that he has come to establish God's kingdom, the first nation over all the world that was known to be a democratic nation, a godly nation. So that they are wasting their time trying to make sure that Biafra doesn't exist. That time is gone, because this is God's appointed time for Biafrans to be free. So, sending their troops because we decide to sit down at home. Arms we don't have, like Ukraine are being supported by other countries of the world for them to resist the Russians. But we, the Biafrans, nobody is talking about us, but God is talking about us. Israel, nobody talked about them, but at the end overcame. So when these people are sending their troops to Biafra land, because we decided to sit at home, and they are telling people, you mustn't sit at home, you should go out. The same question that Paul and the apostles asked the then wicked rulers in their time. He told them, watch it yourself. Is it better for us to obey God than to obey you? We don't fear man. We fear only the authority of God. Our people have made up their mind, because every nation is known and ruled by its own people. Democrats, they said, is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We decide to sit down at home, and these efulefus, irredeemables, that the Fulanis breeded in 1967 and back then, and posted them to be governors. We didn't elect them. From Ohana Fulani and the rest of them. Ohana Fulani and the politicians, the senators, and all of them put together. None of true Biafran blood elected them. No. They were sent by Fulanis. They were sent by the British government. And they are telling us not to sit at home. Biafrans, I want to ask us. Israel left Egypt. But before they left Egypt, they observed sit at home. God told Moses, tell them, I don't want to see any of them outside. They should all go inside their rooms, lock up their doors and windows. Even their cockroach, their ant, their cows, dog or cats, nobody should move around. And you remember Mazen has used this same word. That when we sit at home, he don't even want any cockroach to come out from the cupboard. Israel did it. And my question is, how do you intend to come out of slavery, torture, maiming, no light, no road, no market, no school, no hospital, nothing? How do you intend to come out from that suffering if you don't sit at home and do like our predecessors? They did it and they won, and today we see that they are the leaders. No nation of this world can challenge them. None whatsoever. How do you think, Biafrans, that we can come out from our slavery, torturous, long generational life if we don't sit at home like that. If we don't lock ourselves in and stop to trade with our enemies and stop the business of the traitors and the terrorists in our land. Which other language are you going to use when you know that they are lawless? When you know that they have nothing good to offer you? Can the example, the nature, is it not speaking to all of us? You come out to manifest, they kill you. To protest, they kill you. You go out, they kill you. They burn your businesses, your houses. They have now done their fake election and the selection. They didn't put any of the Igbo man inside. None whatsoever. They told you, all of us, clearly, Nigeria is not for us. And yet some Efulefu, because of stomach infrastructure, wants to still beg them. Let us only but wash your feet. Let us only but wash your car. You all mad people. And I keep saying it. These are not Biafrans. These are the offspring of Fulanis. Mazi told us that. Those criminals that were sent out in Biafra land because we have cultures. The British people gathered them and brought them up, breeded them very well, and sent them back with a little thing that they offer. We are not Esau. We don't sell our birthright. We are not Judas. We don't sell our inheritance. We are the children of God, and children of God are destined to be free, because that was why Christ came, to make all men to be free from every shackle. And this is our time. If we march on, God marches on with us. But if we sit here like those lepers, thank God they were lepers, but they said during the famine time in Israel, if we sit here, we will die. It's better we move forward. It is in God's hand for victory. Let's see what God will do. And they moved forward, and God brought victory to the Israelites through 3 leprous men. So it doesn't matter how much many Jews or Carlo and Ifanyuba and the illegal governors, illegitimate senators, all these Ohana Fulani, plus the DOS that are in line with enemies fighting their own people. You people are wasting your time. You came too late, because we Biafrans, we have made up our minds. Thank God Mazi even said, he didn't say I need 1 million people. He said he need 100. The same pattern of God. He told Joshua, when he gathered his soldiers to go to war, said, no. Tell them to go home. Those that are not too fit, let them go home. I only need few people, so that all glory will be ascribed unto his name. That is exactly history repeating today. Biafrans, get up from wherever you are. The signs are showing us those who sold and renditioned Mazi because of money and position. And we have seen them all. Every day it is being exposed. The fire is bringing them out, because Mazi said nothing will not be exposed this time. And we're seeing it. And we are getting ready for them. Like Mazi said, the vultures are gathering, and we are dealing with them. They sit at home 2 weeks. If they don't release Mazi, we are not begging the terrorist government, because they don't obey law. So what are we begging lawless people for? If they don't release Mazi, when they have allowed all their terrorist leaders, chief of army and all that, Kayari or whatever they call his name,
Abakiari.
They have released them, all the terrorists in the prison. Send some of them to go and train them somewhere. And then an innocent man that came to save the whole of black race, the whole of that zoological company of Britain, so that they will be free and live like human beings. They put him in, and they refuse to release him. They want us to beg them. They must release him by fire and by force that come from the throne of God, because we are going home. Anyone who is saying no, I'm talking about Nigeria, like those who went to do protest, they have already dig their hell zone. Biafra, my name is Patricia, and I'm from Anambra, and I've come to join my true Biafrans, those who love freedom, those who love truth, to get it, because it's never given, it's taken. And life is nothing if we don't have it. Join us, share this truth, wake up your parents, your relations, your family, your any community you come from. Let them know that the right way is this way we are going. We must burn the zoo down. We must. That's what Mazi told us, and we have delayed so much. We must burn the zoo down and get our country, because we have nothing to do with infidels. Uncircumcised Philistines, we have no business to do with them. We must go home. Join us and share this truth. Remember the sit at home. 2 weeks after 31st of July, the zoo must hear me. Thunder fire them there. Thank you, Biafra. I hand over to you, colleagues.
God bless you, really good. So, Tinubu, you can hear it. I want to advise you. I want to advise you, Tinubu, and your do what you want to release Martin Nnamdi Kanu before that year. 2 weeks at home. I am just an individual. So Biafrans will decide to sit at home for 2 weeks. And I cannot be against them. Rather, I will support them because you have seized Martin Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason. Let me tell you that. Let what is it called in Enugu? Let them advise you the way they should advise you in whatever. If they are complaining to you, tell them to go and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let them not be disturbing you with that issue, because they are the people who set him up in the first place. They are the people who organize everything, and their target was about the election and whatever. The election had gone. You have stolen the election, and also you have discarded them. They are all crying, including Ojo Zokalo. They are like the mixed multitude. They are the mixed multitude who say, even if it is staying, serving as a slave, so that we'll be eating onions, eating pepper soup, eating all this kind of a thing in Egypt, that it should be better for them than Moses bringing them into the wilderness where he wants them to die off. That is exactly the Biafran politicians, starting from Ojo Zokalo to the rest of them. But with the IPOB truth bearers, we cannot condone all those nonsense, because we know what we need and we go for what we need. So may God bless you. Veteran, over to you. Take over the microphone. Take over the microphone. Talk to Biafrans and the world. You have muted yourself. Unmute yourself, please.
I'm not waiting anywhere. Hello, Kanu, my comrade. I thank you so much.
God bless you. Really
wonderful day. Thank you, Mama Patricia. I'm so happy to be part of this movement. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, God's of people, I love you so much. Wherever you are, I want to say hello and a good day to all of you. Courage, courage, courage. Ndị Igbo so, mgbe ọ na-ara ka ọ na-ebi, mgbe ọ na-ara ka ọ ga-ebi. So we are marching on. We are winning. We are marching on. We are winning. We thank God for you, all of you, the true Biafrans, because you have to know that there are true Biafrans, and there are, as our leader said, those in the Fulani Turime, starting from Nyawodo, the governors of the so-called Eastern states, the politicians, the senators, and the honorable members, as they call themselves, all the so-called criminals who robbed the mandate of the culture, who went and destroyed the culture of the people. But one thing we are assuring you that you will all pay for it. So, fellow Biafrans, listen not to any other fool, because there are so many fools in our midst. And like we told you in our last program, the disciples asked their master Jesus, when is all these things you are saying coming to be? When is the end time? When? How will it look like? And the master told them, when you see all these things happening, then you know that the time is near. And we are telling you once again, when you see what is happening amongst us, the Igbos that are fools, the most wretched of all men, are the breed of the Igbos that destroy themselves and sell themselves. No wonder we have told you, asked you a number of times, can somebody actually hate himself? The Igbos hate themselves. You accuse other members of Biafra of not identifying with Biafra. But of all, you are the people that are not identifying with Biafra. You sabotage it. You do everything with it. You go to Abuja and tell them to send the killers to you. You organize your own criminal security. You do all sorts of things to sabotage this honorable movement instituted by God. You have taken Mr. Mazin Namdekano. You have heard him. You go there every day to tell them not to release Mazin Namdekano. Even the wife of Mazin Namdekano. We have been trying to protect this woman, not knowing that she is a Jezebel, not knowing that she is a wretched harlot. The husband was held for 8 days. She didn't know. And the thing that she has been doing all sorts of things to join hands with his enemy to make sure they kill him. And we are asking you, what will you gain? You have sold his property. You have gone to bed with all his enemies. What else do you want? You want him dead. But unfortunately, you are the only one that is going to die. You and your father and all those you plan with. Where is Carol White? Where is he? All those you gathered to destroy Mazin Namdekano. If you didn't like what he was doing, why would you not leave him alone? Have you the same program with him? God has mandated him. Are you an idiot to stop what God has given him to do? Why are you people so wicked? Why are the Igbos so wicked, so criminal-minded, so cruel, so jealous, so greedy? That wherever you see money, you run to money. Mazin Namdekano had a program when he was going to answer the zoo after his birth. He said he was going with 2 million men. And anything that happens, that Abuja should be burnt down. What happened? Where are all these 2 million men? Who was to say, yeah, I will be there, I will be there, I will do this, I will do this. Just like Jesus. When they came to arrest him, all of them, all the disciples disappeared. Except John. Even Peter, who tried to fight. At the stage, he denied. Oh, I don't know this man. Oh, I have nothing. And look at it. Somebody like MP, they call him MP. We were in a program with him. And because we were saying the truth, he drove us out of his what do you call it, platform. And now he is saying, he is the person claiming to be IPOB core member. And now he's saying, yes. And now he's saying that Nnamdi Kanu, if he doesn't obey if he doesn't communicate with the DOS, let him die there.
Even when the DOS is corrupt.
They are speaking the same language. The idiot in Dubai is saying, now they all say it is a political issue. Biafra can only be gotten by politics. When your leader told you there can never be any freedom gotten by peace, there has never been and will never be. And my own experience has told me that. And this is what we are repeatedly telling you. If you want peace, prepare for war. Without war, without something your enemy has, you cannot get peace. He will not allow you to go. Although you don't pay. And this is what you want. Slaves, fools, rice. Get out of this wickedness and cruelty. We are a laughing stock. We are a laughing stock. We were watching the protest orchestrated by Nigeria and Igbo at Finland. That is the only place they know to protest. They don't protest in US. They don't protest in the UK. They don't protest in any other part. It is only Finland. We need somebody who is truly working for the realization of Nnamdi Kanu's mandate. That is where they go to protest. They take him away like they took away Nnamdi Kanu. But they are very stupid. They have lost the battle. Because God will always prepare someone to take over from where the others stopped. Because this program will must be realized. Biafra has come to stay, and nothing will stop it. Just like our leader told them. Many of you will sell this movement. Many of you will go for money. But it doesn't matter how much you do it. Biafra must come to stay. He has come to stay. So, name them, the so-called members of the defunct DOS. Chike Doziem, Chinasanworu, Abanyem. You, the Okoko of South Africa. You, the so-called Biafran child. You, the Okoko of Darlington. All of you put together. And those who have formed another group to call themselves the transparency, whatever, you have all failed. Because if we don't come together, I bet you terrible things will be happening to all of you that are dissipating our energy. Terrible things will be happening to us. As many as are kicking against Simon Ekpa, who is following the foundation of this movement. I bet you will die a perpetual death, a miserable death. Thank you, Biafran. I am Silas Onoha. I hail from Amiibo in the old Olo province of Biafra land. God bless you. Subscribe to this channel. Reason with us. Let the truth sink into your bones and marrow. And let us together fight for our rights, our freedom, and release Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. He has done nothing. Nothing. He must be released by thunder, by fire. No matter the hands that think they are holding him, he must be released. ụba Chineke ga-abụ nwa ọnụ ebi.
Ise.
Ma kewu Oluwole Mba, ma kesi awụ Ifeanyị Ụba, ma kesi awụ usoro udo. All of you put together. Chineke ga-amụ n'ọkụ.
Amen.
Chineke ga-amụ n'ọkụ.
Amen.
Chineke ga-amụ n'ọkụ. Mgbe ezinụlọ ụmụ ebe unu chọrọ slavery, you will die as slaves.
Yes.
And nothing of you shall be remembered again in this world.
Etua.
We will come after you, no matter what you think. Go ahead. Go ahead. This idiot of Isi Gusoro. Isi Gusoro Koko. Isi Gusoro. Look at the Onyegara Korishala. He is now the vice president. And we are still Zuzuaga. Alamachiri. Let me chill here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. Really good veteran.
And heaven is bearing us witness. My brother, my God, do not pray because I have preaching to do. If you don't have data, go and buy data. Borrow money from people this night to buy data because we are going to preach as we have been mandated by heaven to do. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. All platforms are go. I don't even know how I'm going to preach this gospel tonight because it is too deep, way too deep, I assure you. Let us begin with a very simple prayer. Is onye na Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye na-abụghị mmụọ, ọ bụghị mmadụ. Ọ bụ naanị ya bụ Chineke na-adị nsọ mgbe niile ebighị ebi. Jehova. Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai. Ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka m ga-esi wee jaa gị mmanụ na nke ime eluigwe. Ụzọ dị anya ka m ga-esi wee okwu aha nsọ gị n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu. Ka mmeso ọma gị wee gbasa ụmụ gị na nke ebere dị ngosi. Ka ije gị wee pụta na nsọ ebo Biafra na nke ime eluigwe. Ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka m ga-esi wee fee gị n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke. N'ihi na abụ m anụkpa ahụ. N'ihi na ikere ike na-akpụ isi ala nye gị. Mmụọ na mmadụ na-asọpụrụ gị. Lee kpakpando n'igwe, lekwa anyanwụ, lekwa ọnwa, lekwa ihe niile nke gị onwe ikere esi ebube dị ngozi. Akwa anyị esi na ịdị mma. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra na ndị nwere onwe na-amasị n'ụwa niile wee gbaa ka ọ na-abalị ige okwu nsọ nke gị. Nke ihe anyị ga-ewe gbasa ebe ndị dị ndụ. Ka ihe gị wee chaa na ala ọsọ bụ Biafra na nke ime eluigwe. Ka ị wee dọpụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Look at the Britain Libera. He was in a coach for a nature with was Gandhi. He is not banana premium of mother dent. I know you book me can and get bread and goes. Obviously, I'm Manage, Nebere. And when I go, he was Opotanian and Kebere. Naka join him. He will yan yes, what I'm a ọganihu ịhụnanya mmekọta nwanne na nwanne ka ekwuru ewe si n'ụmụ ụmụ nna ya nke igwe wee nye efe ka amara gị na ije gị wee bata n'ebe ndị gị nọ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke. Anyị wee na-akpụ isi ala nye gị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere eluigwe maka elu ụwa mana nweghị onye kere ya. Onye ndị mmụọ ozi na-efe wee na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ebighị ebi. Ekele, otuto, nsọpụrụ, ịja mma dịrị sọsọ aha nsọ gị ebughị onye ọzọ. Ugbu a ma ruo mgbe niile ka a na-arịọ gị ise.
Amen.
Ise.
Amen.
Ise.
Amen.
Ọkwa n'ozi ọma Chineke. Hey, I'm sure you have your pen and your paper ready, all of you, all over the world, because we are going to preach.
Igbo Lawyers Association, ILA, an organization representing lawyers of Igbo descent, has urged the Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetikan, to take immediate action and investigate the former militant leader, Asari Dokubo. This call comes in response to Dokubo's alleged threat to eradicate the Igbo tribe. ILA convened in Aba, Abia State, to discuss the matter and concluded that if authorities fail to address this serious incitement and ethnic provocation, they will pursue all available legal avenues to ensure accountability. In a formal letter dated July 6, 2023, titled Threat/Hate Speech Against Igbo by Asari Dokubo, a call for his arrest and possible prosecution. ILA expressed deep concern over Dokubo's inflammatory remarks and emphasized that he should not be allowed to roam freely after committing such an abhorrent act against the Igbo people. The association highlighted that Dokubo's threats, as captured in the circulated video dated June 23, 2023, are in direct violation of the Anti-Terrorism Act and the Cybercrime Act of 2015. ILA firmly believes that Asari Dokubo's actions constitute a heinous crime against one of Nigeria's major tribes, and it is disheartened by the lack of arrest or prosecution of the suspect. Therefore, the association passionately implores the Office of the Inspector General of Police to promptly intervene, apprehend Asari Dokubo, and initiate a thorough investigation with the intention of possible prosecution. The ILA's letter concludes by extending their utmost respect to the IGP. It is worth mentioning that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has also declared Asari Dokubo, the Islamic separatist, as a wanted individual regarding this matter. This declaration has garnered significant attention from notable Igbo figures and dignitaries. The call for Asari Dokubo's arrest stems from the belief that his alleged threats to wipe out the Igbo tribe are a grave offense and a violation of existing laws. Advocates for his arrest argue that such hate speech can incite violence and disrupt social harmony. While people have different opinions and views on this development, they have not asked real questions or are just too afraid to confront reality. Just like the Nigerian army, there is no way Asari and his Aswana boys can operate in Igbo land without the invitation by the same governors and politicians who enjoy killing Biafrans. The same people bringing the army to Biafra land are the ones paying Asari. So people who loathe Asari should remember that Asari is working with insiders to commit the heinous crimes across Igbo land. In a recent video that surfaced online, Asari claimed to be in contact with the DOS just like people suspected all along. His statement is a direct implication of Chinasa Nwaru's group of companies. He claimed to have received a copy of the petition against the Biafra government in exile Prime Minister Motsi Simon Ekpa from the DOS and the wife of Motsi Nnamdi Kanu.
The US sent a delegation with a Kenga, including the wife of Motsi Nnamdi Kanu, to Finland to submit a petition, a copy of the petition that was sent to me. Unfortunately, I don't know whether I deleted or something happened. But a copy of the petition was sent to me, Calvin, you are welcome. And they accused Simeon Ekpa. DOS is the highest.
After hearing these kinds of claims, you start wondering. So it should be very clear to everyone that these people are playing games with Biafra lives. While you may loathe Asari for his activities in Biafra land, listen to this bitter truth.
Classic, can make good address. Reverend Father Poteba Kuku #1. Buzo said that now. Emeka from Abo. It's an Emeka Nyan Emeka from Newi Abron one day. They are not one. Ndubisi from Ikwere. Sinanya Bundunya Ndubisi from Obo Abron one day and Co. Ndayina Faso Azo Biafra are not agreeing that they are Biafrans. #1 thing. So is that does not careful or sound discriminatory to you? But here sound discriminatory to you. Another question to you, have you been a member of IPOB? If yes, for how long? Are you a member of the IPOB internal caucus? If yes, for how long? I was a member and I'm still a member of IPOB internal caucus. So I have more information for you and I have more definition for you. Have you spoken to Asari Dokubo one-on-one? I am sure you have never. I have done so. And he has given me his answers, and I'm satisfied with his answer. Asari Dokubo cannot come to Igbo land to kill the Igbo without being invited by Igbo. This guy, Ebonyi State Governor Formoro, Ebubago, and gave Asari Dokubo business and contract to carry out those iniquity in Igbo land. You cannot be here. This giving definition of a man you have never spoken to from your own views, from your own views and assumption and presumption. It's not enough. It doesn't carry water. It's not enough to quantify or define a man you have never spoken to. Every man have a reason to do what they are doing. When Asari Dokubo and given a good Asari Dokubo has never believed in Biafra. From the one, how many people believe in Biafra? Since after 1970, Ayabi, Kedifunu Melo, you went around and start trading and doing business with your enemies. You forgot that they killed 6 million Biafrans. You acted as if nothing happened. Your people went around building mansions, building castles, building shopping malls, building shopping centers and business places, mansions, estates. But you came and cried that what is happening to my people? That is how low you guys and how small you people's memory is.
Yeah. But Patricia is not available. Yeah. She will join, she will come back later. So veteran, taking up the microphone. Just check it. The Igbo politicians who are supposedly the Igbo leaders, the Igbo traditional rulers as well, who should be who by
sorry,
hello,
Biko, Inimakano,
sir,
Biko, no. But when he maka the real base, a man of more, I be done. Oh, and I give you what is actually the case.
okay, yeah, this video and the other one are our video for today because of their content. That is the video we have chosen for the three videos. Then
but it came out is always the base. However, Igbo kelele muno ndoma ijemono. But sometimes on our Uzra in our Igbo. Nehe Igbo Ishakwa no ngezure. Ishakwa no ngezure. Lehe onye na-aje ndazi ahụ Biafra ndazi ahụ ke lee ihe ọ gwago unu lee ihe ọ na-agwa unu. We have said it a number of times na this program. We have said it a number of times in this place. How many people were killed in the war? How many? Millions and millions were killed. Children were killed. Our women were killed, raped and maimed. Our men were slaughtered. And yet the people go to make friends with Ndiguru ha, Ndiguru Neha, Ndiguru Aloha. They still go back to Ebe Shichuha. Ano mansions, Egua Lekochi. a question of the look at him here. I know he only Yoruba Potara. Osia working at Kirole. Organize the protesters to Finland, asking for the shut up, asking shut up, sure, asking for the repatriation of Mazin of Simon Ekpa, who is fighting for this cause. How can this idiot not begin from the beginning? Nezusu. He's coming out, he's telling us to repatriate, to go and one name Biafra, one name Igbo. Yet, they rigged the election. They have their illegitimate brother as the president. What he's going to tell Indo Finland, that Simon Ekpa is killing. Simon Ekpa is doing that. Is that not a big shame to you, Ndibo? And you joined in such a fool. Look at him, our brother Nawon. After killing you, after taking everything you have, after giving you 20 pounds, you still went there. Look at him going to Lagos, our parts of Nigeria. All the business on the build. Where are you? Table no. Stay away, stay market, Ndibo. Stay market. Wicked and defenseless people. Wicked and cruel people. Wicked and greedy people. That's who you are. People who cannot come together and fight a common fight. People who are ready to kill their brothers because of their selfish interest. Because they want to continue to be slaves. You are fighting Asari Dokubo for what he said. But you are not fighting yourself. You cannot build your home. You cannot build yourself. You cannot come together and fight your common enemy. Is it not a big shame and disgrace? Indeed, when shall we get up? When shall we be reasonable? When shall we use our senses? This was the cry, Martin Namdekano cried. He was crying and crying and crying. Can we use our head? The wife, an idiot, came to tell us about the frontal lobe. Let's know, wherever the lesson. Frontal lobe. We are not using our frontal lobe. Well, you want to use a frontal lobe. Look at it. Ndị Igbo unu ree nwanne unu nwoke Ikpeazụ na Njọkụ unu ree nwanne unu nwoke n'onwe ihe o mere mmụọ na mmadụ hụrụ si onwe ihe o mere eluigwe na-agba mgba na onwe ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mere and yet unu na-ezuzu is it not very sad? Is it not a shame? Bastard people, foolish people. Look at him, go get the boys. Look at him, enemy. This was what happened during the war. We could not get anything. So it is very sad. Let us change. Let us change. It is not too late. It is not too late. Let us change and come back and be human beings for once. We are supposed to be sad. We are supposed to be angry. Only do so that we are angry. We are mad. Our madness are beyond the expectation. So don't look us as normal people. Biafrans are not normal people. So you don't think that signing bond, Gajide Simon Ekpa, do whatever to Simon Ekpa, we are giving 100 billion. Onye garabuo Simon Ekpa. You still remain slaves. And you go down the grave. And your turn will come. Just like Senacheri. And eventually what happened to him? He was killed in his shrine. He was killed in the place. Security. And this is what will happen to all of you. Put together. If I knew about Oluwalemba, name all of you the so-called idiotic governors. The so-called idiotic presidential candidate. P2P. All these people who know Buru, you cannot. I know you are not sleeping. Macbeth now, because you are restless. You have no peace. You have no joy. Right. You deliberately, stupidly, idiotically want to hold your own people on the ground. Unu turn around. Defend go. This is the case with Britain and the husband. With the zoo, the victim becomes the aggressor. Yes, I will victim. But then you have turned around to say we are the aggressors. Oh, why Buga? So we are saying whatever means God has permitted us to use to get our freedom, we will use it. The Biafra, so sit at home. 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 This is our legal means. This is our arms. This is what we have. So that peace can be gotten on a platter of gold. Only one enemy. Oh, criminal. There can never be any peace. It's not negotiable. Freedom is not negotiable. To be violent. Simon Ekpa, or fighting all those around him, or fighting the Biafran Republic in exile, you are fighting. You are kicking your foot against the stone. You are kicking your feet against the bricks. Go to Finland 1,000,000 times. You will die. You will die. Thank you very much, my brother. And may God bless all of you. I will come back.
Collins.
I'm here. Okay, God bless you. God bless you. Now, Patricia, over to you. Just listen.
Reverend Father Nekuoku, name refer to Remaran people. That they said that on the Hana Haso Biafra Depa. How many Biafrans, how many Ndibo has agreed to do Biafra? Today, when I say put your be, tomorrow, when I see Onyozo, next tomorrow, when I see Onyozo, when the Senate president came out among Igbo, for Igbo to come out, bring one person. You guys could not produce one person. Senate deputy president, Onyenkunu, he took all the investment, he did not bring one development in your land. You always point hand to an outsider when you have not fixed your own home.
That is the problem, and that is my irritation. And that is what irritates me about what the Reverend Father said. Let me tell you something. Uche Mefor cannot appoint Asari Dokubo as the de facto president of Biafra because Uche Mefor himself sold his master. He betrayed his master. Ogefal Mefor, Uche Mefor's brother, Ogefal Mefor, Ziozi, being in London, Uche Mefor, that this IPOB name will not benefit you. That there has been $500 million brought by Ike Kuremaru and all the senators for you to give us every secret about Nnamdi Kanu and for you to stop doing Biafra, for you to resign, and we give you a good money. Uche Mefor began to find whatever decision that was made in the DOS disagreeable. He disagreed in every decision that was made. He began to give Nigeria only a satellite in our radio, and Nigeria began to buy all those companies and closing our radio channels and our radio signals. So Uche Mefor is not capable of making Asari Dokubo the leader and the president of the de facto government. And in the Kura since Asari Dokubo de facto president, Keriho Meta. Obioso, Keriho Meta. In Namodo, when becoming the head of Ohanes and Ibu and Doshin and Naman and Nocho, Keriho Meta. All the organizations of Ndibo and Adibo, Keriho Meta with their own. You need to talk about yourself first. You need to talk about yourself. Because the iniquity and the failure of your leaders is so amazing. Now, the governor of Ebonyi, former governor of Ebonyi State has stepped down as a governor. In all the atrocity he committed. Kedivan Akbeabu of Anambra State, Obiano, what have you people done to him? And in all the atrocities he committed against IPOB and against Ndibo. Today now, Ebubago and Co are going about, Ndibo are going about with their president generals and youth leaders and killing their own and kidnapping their own and destroying their own people. Ogu of Imo State shot down 15 boys in one day. They had another from Imankuwani. Ogu Kanamani Welwechi. Uche Monsu and Co. Oneka Yekura Puone. So he put here about Asari Dokubo, my guy. To be honest, you are not qualified to talk about Asari Dokubo because your people are doing worse to your own people. Your people are doing worse to your own people. And I say, I cannot talk about a man that I don't speak to anymore. I am not a foolish man. I will not analyze any man. Asari Dokubo, in a sin or support of Biafra, Ogen Nnamdi Kanu's 25 men go train here and 45 here. Nnamdi Kanu send men for Asari Dokubo to train. I'm going to the training. And he has been sending men to them until Uche Mefor put confusion between Nnamdi Kanu and Asari Dokubo. After Uche Mefor, Ogo de facto, Ogo abandon IPOB struggle. Owelu, president of the Biafran de facto government, we bribe Asari Dokubo for reconciliation. Forgive me for all the wrong things I've said about you, that I was wrong, I was deceived. But all now Butele Semoku between Nnamdi Kanu and Asari Dokubo, Uche Mefor. Uche Nasebu was in that meeting. Asari Dokubo has held so many meetings with us. Tony Nani was in that meeting. Clifford Iwanya was in that meeting. Asari Dokubo was in that meeting. We had a meeting 5 good times with Asari Dokubo, analyzing how things will be. Tony Nani now preamble. You must give us time. You must give us time to do preamble first, to consult every king and every thing in Biafra land, so that we will do what we need to do before. Give us time. Give us dates of this consultation after that, so that we can do what we need to do. We were ready for action. You guys are ready in due process. Every day, due process. Oh, guess you mean. That was all you guys are talking there. We all from Riverine regions. There is no way Nigeria can let us go until we confront them in the front. Until we confront them physically. Because they came to take our things physically, by violence, by guns. So the only way we can use to challenge them is through gun. Every day, you guys are doing preamble physically. And make a castle through you go to or through you go to the whole of Hanes and what have they done with the position they have been holding? The one they given Asari Dokubo, what has he done with the position that has been given to him? What have your people done with the position that has been given to him, to them, for a very long time? I was higher, Unejana Alusuno, na Ubrondi and they make all these things. And every day, the worst thing when I refer to international countries that has nothing to do with you. Whereas you have enough to talk about your own place. Asari Dokubo, whether he believes in Biafra, he doesn't believe in Biafra, if he believes in Niger Delta Republic, he's acting with his own rights as a fundamental human right to define who he wants to be. You cannot say he has no right to talk about Niger Delta Republic. If you think so, you yourself do not have right to talk about Biafra. If you go to today, Tigray wants to break away. Before they supported United Ethiopia. Today they want to break away Tigray. So as the day goes by, people began to see.
So, Mama Patricia. Hello. Mama Patricia, you're available? Okay. God bless you, really good. So, it is all about the members of the DOS partnering with Asari Dokubo in a secret meeting. You heard it that Uche Mefor had been negotiating with Asari Dokubo prior to his departure from IPOB. The informations are getting clearer now. And he made Asari Dokubo the president of the de facto government of Biafra, but only to come to complain that he is disappointed in Asari Dokubo. Then in reply, the commentator here is asking, are you holding Asari Dokubo responsible? What about the Ohanese? What about the Igbo politicians? What about the rest of the people who have been disappointing, and there is the failure to holding them responsible? And this comes as a result of Asari Dokubo's threat. Asari Dokubo's threat to continue annihilating the Igbos. So what is your take on this? Should we allow Asari Dokubo to just go like that because our own people are also corrupt? Or should we hold both him and the rest of them, including Uche Mefor, should we hold them responsible, accountable, and whatever holdable? Should we do that, or should we let them continue to be annihilating our own people? What do you think we are supposed to do concerning this situation?
Well, I think all these people are the detractors or distractors. Yeah, they are distractors to the real core issue that is facing us now. Why do I say they are distractors? From world immemorial, we have been seeing these distractors trying to push us out from our focus. Our main target is to get our Biafra land. And in getting it, we go straight to those holding it. I know that these people, as I always believe and affirmed, there's something that is not okay with these people. One, I cannot rule out that maybe their great-great-grandfathers had some link with the Fulanis. Because, since they started this division and the divide and rule, since they started this mapping out some people, putting them in Kogi, mapping out, putting them in Benua, mapping out, putting them in Benin, mapping out all this kind of thing that didn't start today. Started from when Lugard was around. All of them together have played the same role. Obasanjo did his own in the late 80s and 90s. So most of these people that have lineage to do with the Fulanis, what do we expect of them? Is to continue being Ifajuna tribe. That is why man has said to establish the kingdom of God on earth. And saying that, he has always warned us that most of this greed, wickedness, evil, just like Bertrand mentioned, will have to be eliminated, cut out, like cancer is cut out. Not going to pamper them and they try to treat them. It's something that you cannot treat, but you only need to eradicate it. If not, it will continue to pollute the rest and they continue to wither us. What did God do with the Israelites in the wilderness? After many years, 40 years that they were in the wilderness, why did God give that time? Is to make sure that He eradicates every one of them, so that the new generation with new faith, with new trust, with righteousness, equity, and fairness, those people who have that good life should enter into the promised land. He made sure that all of them are wiped off. So if we don't get these people out, all of them out, we'll still see them putting stumbling blocks on our way. So both Uche Mefor or Asari, I think we had the story that Asari really is an Igbo man. But just like after the war, they decided to take some of Igbo things and decided to deny their names and take up another name and all that, just to maintain the roots they got or to maintain position and all that. But inwardly, they will never have peace. That's why their wickedness increases. Their lack of peace makes them to kill them more so that they can cover up, so that you will not be able to go to them and ask them questions on the evil and abomination that they committed. So every evil man uses intimidation, uses cock and bull lies, to make sure that you don't tamper with their secrets. Like one man said, in 99 lies, they will put one truth to them. Just to cover up. What we are to do with these people, Mazen have already penned down the 10 commandments for the kingdom of God. God has already given him every word that we need to do. That was why he keeps saying, if we don't do according to the word of Elohim, we will not get Biafra. Biafra, haven't we heard him say that? It doesn't matter how people try to fake themselves as angels of light. It doesn't matter how they try to tell stories that will be good to the hearing of man. If we don't have the same spirit that spirit of love, spirit of sincerity, spirit of belonging, spirit of truth, and the fear of God, we are not doing anything. We have to be like him, because a servant cannot be above his master. Disciples were not above Jesus, their master. They were following every word he said. And in that way, they were able to crown and cover the whole earth with the word. And God was with them doing signs and wonder. How then do we call ourselves children of God, children of light, when all this evil, greed, wickedness are enough? And especially, didn't we hear Jesus Christ said it? You've not removed the log that is in your eyes, and you're going to remove the one that is the little stick that is in another person's eye. It can't work. So they are distractors to us because they have been in this business for quite a long decades. And until they are treated the way they're supposed to be treated, every one of them have mercy. We will be wasting our time in this struggle that we are in, because they cannot enter this God's own nation, kingdom on earth, with these atrocities, with this lover of money that is in their spirit and in their DNA. We cannot. We can't enter Biafra with this mixed multitude. That's just what I'm saying. How can we enter Biafra with those that God said we should not have anything to do with them? We shouldn't follow their culture or custom. They don't know who Elohim is. How can we follow those who are going behind in their jujus, killing fowls and spreading the blood everywhere, asking a godless thing, the evil spirit, to tell them what will become and what will not become? How can we get Biafra in this way? Moses told them, or is it Joshua? Yeah, Joshua. Choose for you today whom you will serve. But I'm going to serve the living God that created man. That's the same message of Mazenam the Kano. He has told us, no Edoichi, no Dibianyanzu, no whatever, no prophet, because they are liars everywhere. Not just liars, they are being shipped down by the Fulanis. So we cannot go with these people. None of them will go scot-free from A to Z. Thank God that Mazenam is the when Biafra comes. Everyone's diary or notebook will be open, and everyone will be judged according to what he committed against Biafra and taken away in his own father's compound. So that's the thing for these people. They are not worth talking about because they are never for Biafra. They are for their stomach. So let's just shift them aside and put them in the hands of those who will send them to God. Because this idea of bringing criminals or hailing criminals or even taking them to and report them to who? To terrorist police uniform. My brother, I just want to say this thing because it's very important. My brother had some issue with somebody at home in Biafra, and he called me and said he wants to take the man to the police office. I said, what? Take what? Take who? Even if the person have done the greatest crime ever. Hold it up for now. Because talking about going to the police station, who is in that police station you're going to? Terrorists. You're going to go to the terrorists to give you justice. No, you don't. It's just like Carol White and the rest of them. Taking Biafran's case to the same enemy that has been targeting to eradicate them. What justice do you expect from a terrorist, a lawless entity? What justice are you expecting when your leader's own that has been acquitted, even though he did nothing? The same lawless entity, by the power of God, opened their mouth and made them to acquit him. And they have not done like Pharaoh. Now, people are taking their case to the court to do what? A terrorist entity, contraption, a terrorist man ruling, and you're taking your case as a child of God or person who has been wronged, the same people, you will not get it. What these people need is the same force, doubled 10 times. That was why Mazi said, there's a way to our madness. Is it not time enough for us to start up that madness that is being expected? Like the Bible said, it is time that the sons of God are being expected to manifest. And turn the world upside down. It is time for us to set the zoo ablaze, and everything that is on our way, we knock the thing down. We have to show more madness than the one the Efulefus, the redeemable cowhead Fulanis are showing us. We cannot just be here, Biafrans, cowing under the table, while those that are slaves are on the horse top, and we, prince,
and princesses are working on food. It's an abomination. It's an abomination. I cannot fathom this. If you go to Biafran land now or some other places, they normally mention some news that when I hear it, I begin to quiver. How can they open a place and put young girls, and these young girls will be delivering? Children that are delivered by these young girls being impregnated by the Fulani. Either they are being harvested or they use for one juju something, or they, groom these babies, and tomorrow they become the same thorn in our flesh. So we have to cut out every link with these infidels. If our people decide to say they want, maybe because they married them, let them pack and go there and live, and never to touch in exile, really, never to step foot in Biafra land. We don't have anything to do with these people, not even to do business with them. These people are here. And those of them in Biafra land, whether they were fathered by the Fulani or their mother is Fulani, or however they become linked with the Fulani, from Uche Mefor to Asari Dokubo, to whoever they are, Biafra land is for them. If we have to set up a kingdom of God on earth, as Israelites did and are still doing, so will we do to them. Because Biafra land is not a place for corruption, it's not a place of criminality, it's not a place where idols will be worshipped, but the only God where righteousness exalts a nation as Biafra will be, and sin, being a reproach, will be cast outside the gate. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Really good. God bless you. Really good. So Biafrans, before I proceed, we had it from the initial play of this video that Hope Uzodimma and Igbo politicians are responsible for employing Asari Dokubo-led militants that come to Igbo land to be killing our people. That means they are collaborating or conspiring with Asari Dokubo and for their political interests, only aiming at ending ESN, ending sit at home, ending the Biafra agitation via the real IPOBs, which we are. That is what they are fighting against. Those they should be protecting, they are employing strangers to be killing them in the guise of Nigerian politicians. So the same people that employ Nigerian army to be killing our people in our own land, which are the politicians, they are the same people employing the so-called Asari Dokubo and co to be killing our people. That is the reason this young man began to ask the deep question: what are we doing? How far have we been going to be holding these people responsible while we are talking about holding Asari Dokubo responsible? None of them is innocent, and the same thing should be applicable to all of them. So there is no exemption to anybody, no preferential treatment to anybody. All of them are murderers. So
click the like button. These morons, you are there. You're looking sheepishly like a bunch of white. In fact, the hyena is better than all of you. Why do I even manage my makeup? If I want to interact, that's why I don't go to parties. I don't do anything because the way we reason is laughable. If I want to interact and have two Africans, I go to Wildlife Safari Park. At least if I see a zebra and a chimpanzee, those are our two Africans. We can mingle together. Maybe I can understand them better. Because at least if they see danger, they can run. All of you see danger and you keep embracing it. Keep embracing it. Look at Imo State. How many people in Imo State? Over 5 million. Somebody came forth in an election. They pushed him to number 1. Everybody is just like this. Even some bishops want to go and congratulate him.
Some people say, hey, don't touch him, he is our man. Hey, let's move him forward. These are black people. Very backward. Useless. When they kill in America, he said, it's racism. Listen, you are a fool. That's not like racism. They are killing you because of your natural stupidity. By nature, you are stupid as a black person. Do you have running water? Without maybe solar charger and generator, will you be watching me now? Are you not ashamed of yourselves? Are you not ashamed that UNN has engineering department, electrical engineering, electrical and electricals, all rubbish? Uniport has it. Uniben has it everywhere. Electrical and electrical engineering. Whatever that rubbish means, I don't know. No, electrical and electronics. There is no light. The reason why
veteran, it is not about racism. It is about the stupidity of the Africans and the unproductivity of the Africans that the Westerners kill them. Master Nnamdi Kanu goes ahead to point out the weakness of the Africans, and down, we are bringing it down to Biafra directly. We bring it also down to IPOB, to be precise. The condoning of evil, emotional sentiment, clannish sentiment, and everything about sentiment, partisan sentiment, make many people to be hypocritical, nepotistic. When they see evil, destructive evil going on in our midst. For example, you can remember when one of the beasts in the IPOB struggle, who called himself Chichi, emerged in our program, threatening on what they would do to us if we keep on attacking the members of the DOS, while we are attacking them concerning Nneanya, Kanu Takano, whom they were condoning, asking them why should it be that they have their own corruption in collaboration with Nneanya and the Kanu Takano. Why are they not exposing these people and expelling them from IPOB? But this beast, that idiotic beast, never talk about this. He was busy, like the rest of the people. The DOS is no-go area. All this and that. They are defending structure. They are not defending uprightness. They are not defending integrity, but they are defending structure. So, and at this time, we'll see IPOB going backward and going backward. We see the Biafra struggle being shaken, if not because of people like us, whom God have called out, separated us to stand with the truth and to keep on progressing. Then bringing it to the Biafra land, Imo State, for example, they knew all this. We told them that Hope Uzodimma, who should replace Ihemeka Ihedioha, is a Fulani stooge. That is a planned program. It is because Emeka Ihedioha could not comply to the demand of the Fulanis and of the Britain. That is the reason they want to remove him. And the people of Imo State, they kept silent and condoned that nonsense. We can see what it is resulting in Imo State. Abia State is not exempt. None of the Igbo State is exempt. All over Biafra land, all over Nigeria wide, and the entirety of Africa. So what should we do concerning this? How long should we continue to live in hypocrisy? Then why are we not productive? Why should we always complain about the maltreatment from the Westerners and the rest of the people when we cannot produce things on our own, so that we cannot continue to depend on them? Veteran, take over the microphone. Then let your word to Biafrans and to the entire humanity. Veteran, we are waiting for you.
Thank you, Nyamakano.
God bless you, really good.
One thing I love Chukwu for repetitive. He will continue to ring it and ring it and ring it again and make sure that his word flows through your bones and marrow. This is why we are continuously the platform telling Biafrans to be angry for once. To be angry for once. To identify ourselves with the truth. Because there is nothing like the truth. Truth and lies do not live together. Just like light and darkness. Relationship with most of Igbo is irritating. Highly irritating and repugnant. Ọ na-eshi ushi. O shigburu nkapịa n'ushi. To relate with onye Igbo. To relate with onye kpọrọ nwanne ya. O shigburu nkapịa n'ushi. Because ndị Igbo na-ekwusasị ihe mere nkapịa ji eshi ushi n'elu ahụ. A ga-asapụ ya asapụ. But the oshi n'ọkpụkpọ right inside the bones and marrow of Nkapia. Our wickedness is smelling. Our pride is smelling. Our shallow-mindedness is smelling. And we call it eco-sense. Sense. When it comes to Yana one name, when it comes to Yana one name, why? Sense. No wonder. Oyen Jumazin Nambikano, Gia lamenting that he doesn't go out, he doesn't go anywhere. He has no need for any ndako. He has no need for any relationship with any idiot because it is unproductive, because it is fruitless, because you will get completely nothing out of it. It is very, very sad. It is very, very sad. When we talk about racism, like where we are here, sometimes I tell our people here, these people are never racist. When you abide by the law of the country, when you see the country you came into, and you live like they live, then you will be happy. You will be free. You will get whatever right that they are. But when you come to raise your ignorant shoulder, your foolish shoulder, you want to rank with them in your stupidity. What would you expect? And when they begin to handle you, you say they are racist. They are racist. Why not behave yourself? Because you came from a lawless area, a lawless continent. There was a day I was talking to people at the embassy. I said, look at it, the Carabiner is here watching.
Oh no. There is a network problem. Mama Patricia, be preparing. Be preparing.
They sent you to school to go and study electrical engineering so that when you come out, there'll be no more power shortage in the village. That's the reason why. So you don't know. Hey,
support both sides. If they give us peace, that is wonderful. If they decide to go down the route of violence, then I can give you this assurance today. Of course, your worldwide listeners and viewers may be able to note this. If they do not give us Biafra, there will be nothing living in that very zoo they call Nigeria. Nothing will survive there, I can assure you. You see, 1967 to 1970 is not 2013 to 2015. We had scientists then, now we have men that can make things happen, even better than what we had in the late 60s. So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you know, you tell me. I'm a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It's never happened.
So, veteran, you can continue from your line of thoughts. I believe you had a network problem. So continue from where you stopped.
So what am I saying? What was I saying? I was saying that I was in an embassy. Nigeria, the zoo embassy. And behold, there were this Italian police outside the gate. And the so-called embassy security, we are pushing people around. People who came for their documents. People who traveled all through the night, all through the day for their documents. They pay, they do all sorts of things, and yet they push them around. Because they have their touts all over the place. And their touts will bring their customers to them on the arrangement they made. And there was the police watching how the citizens were handled. And I began to tell them, now, judge for yourself. Tomorrow you say these people are racist. How can you call them racist when you are the people instituting nuisance, constituting nuisance in a place that is not your own? You come to change it into your zoo. And tomorrow when they get you on the way, they deal with you like a frog, like an animal. And you begin to complain. Hey, they are arrested. Who taught them? And they will tell you, you are stupid. We are even kind to you compared to how you are treated. A common idiot given any singular post or honor will try to show you that he has arrived. So why would they not be mishandled? And yet you turn around. This is always the mentality Britain gave to us. Britain has given us the mentality of corruption, of unproductiveness, of stupidity, of evil, of every kind of crime. And we have taken it. And it has become part of us. And we are habitually behaving that way. And this is why we are enemy to ourselves. We are enemy to each other. We are enemy to our constituency. An average politician, just like a mother, like father, very greedy, very selfish. You are going to represent your people, and your interest is yourself. That is to show they never voted you. No one will ever vote somebody who has his own self-interest to go and share the national thing. And the people stupidly afterwards come to bow before him. Hey, our senator. Hey, our governor. Like this idiot there in South Africa. What is that idiot for? My senator. My governor. And yet he, in the struggle for freedom, tied hand and feet, enslaved in his stupidity. This is who we are. How can freedom come? How can we get Biafra with such people? And those are also the kind of people, the cream of people that he said, if it is someone that will bring Biafra, then let it not come. In everything, they are against the master. In everything, they are against the prophet of God, who even saw what Simon was bringing to the table. He said, listen to Simon. And you became jealous. You that is productless. You that is unproductive. The only product you have is jealousy and greed. The only product you have is evil and wickedness. Hey, Simon Akalanku. Hey, we shall organize 1 million march to Finland and tell Finland people to repatriate him. How would they do you? And they see you as idiot. But I thank you because you are promoting that young man. You are making him a hero. And if those people were hesitating to give him any assistance, now they will give him assistance because they have seen every reason to give that young man assistance. Because they have seen your foolishness and stupidity. They have seen you all. Because he can do DOS. He can do in all its ramifications. Are these people fighting for freedom? What kind of freedom are they fighting? And then you begin to blame Dokubo. How can you blame him any longer? How can you blame him? When he says, let the Igbos go. Let them go and they kill themselves. But he made a mistake too, because our leader has said it. The Igbo now, this generation is not the generation of the past. Unfortunately, most of them are just. They are tough because they are defending their Fulani born fathers and mothers. They defend them ignorantly. So this generation, the generation I'm still begging you, this generation, to wake up, to forget about mother, father, and fight for your cause. Because the cause is for you. The freedom is for you. All the talent God has given you, and you are hiding them, and you are throwing them away, and you are misusing them because you lost your identity. University of Engineering there, and so on and so forth. And yet you are idiots. And yet you cannot produce anything. And yet you are not allowed. And yet you are not ginger. And you are still jumping up and wanting to die for a country that is frying you on the fry pan. For a country that hates you and hates whatever you are. You cannot reason for once. Our leader have told you. Reason for once. Reason. Reason, oh, this new generation reason. Reason, oh, this new generation reason. For that man, it's there because of you. He is there, languishing for your sake, for your liberation, for your prosperity. That is why he's here, there. He told you he will not disappoint you. He has come for this mission, and nothing will stop this mission. And yet, you people will not rise up. You are not giving anything. The so-called UN, the so-called Ohanese, how long will you kill yourselves? How long will you kill your own and turn around? Imagine onye Yoruba, our arch enemy. Arch enemy is Ndi Igbo. Who irritate me? They irritate me. Yoruba, average Yoruba man is irritating to me. He is now one Ndi Igbo organizing a rally because fight money, organize this right, organize the Igbo. Before I send down my and I found Alamajiri. But now I knew the original Alamajiri because I am a church. I am my Yoruba Kokoani. I need penny. I need to read Finland. I have one minute. That is the only thing I know about you. That in Lagos, they have wanted people property worth billions. They are driving them away from a land they call their own. How many citizens are being killed by a name and man? By Britain is now blaming it on the real IPOB. Oh, IPOB Chinakawori. Oh, IPOB Inyoma. Oh, IPOB Ndoshin and Master members of IPOB. He's blaming it on Simon Ekpa and those around him who are truly following the legacy of Mazin Namdekano. Mazin Namdekano, when they are sit at home, continue praying. God, give me freedom. God, I need my freedom. God, intervene. God, release Mazin Namdekano. If you have nothing to do, stay in your home. Sit at home. The criminal politicians who are doing everything to stop it for their selfish interest. And you allow those criminals to walk around. Every time I'm gonna attack a convoy, governor. I'm gonna attack a convoy, senator. Yet they escape. Why would they be escaping? Will you not succeed once? You are born at all off their head top of their head. When you now succeed once, and they are burning your own. So we cannot use violence. Because you have to do that. What have you in your hand? God has given us all we need. Why can't we use it? Why are we listening to lies?
So go and study electrical engineering so that when you come out, there'll be no more power shortage in the village. That's the reason why. So you don't know. Hey,
support both sides. If they give us peace, that is what, if they decide to go down the route of violence, then I can give you this assurance.
Your
of course,
thing was having problem, man.
viewers may be able to note this. If they do not give us Biafra, there will be nothing living in that very zoo they call Nigeria. Nothing will survive there, I can assure you. You see, 1967 to 1970 is not 2013 to 2015. We had scientists then, now we have men that can make things happen. Even better than what we had in the late 60s. So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you know, you tell me. I am a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It's never happened.
If we abandon and honesty, just keep like to Biafra had any true this. The only running ground is settings. It can never come. Kingdom of heaven is house. You want to do something that is happening in heaven, on earth, for mankind to see and testify to the gospel. You have to be honest. You have to be without fear in the face of your enemies. If you are without fear before your enemies will run from you. Rather than you running from them, your enemies will run from you. If you speak the truth always, regardless of the consequences, lies will run from you. You must protect those who cannot protect themselves, not to steal from them. I repeat, it is your job as a child of heaven, IPOB family member, to protect those who cannot protect themselves. That is your job. Not to kidnap them, not to rob them. You must be of good conduct. That's you. If these conditions are not in place, then I know we do. Biafra will not come. Properly like an anti. Biafra can happen. Ana Kajanati. Ana Botiano. Going to a native doctor. Bibianyansu cannot save you. If you want Biafra, Am I making audacious? It doesn't work. I don't believe in that rubbish. Chukwukabiam is our shoe and our guide. We don't commune with darkness. I am warning all 17 commanders, all our commanders, we don't commune with the devil. We don't do audacious. We live in the protection that Chukwukabiam can offer. The weapon you need to protect yourself is your gun and ammunition. We don't. I am taking IPOB to Abuja on the 17th of next month.
Mazen Nnamdi was preparing to take IPOB to Abuja before they suddenly invaded his home to boycott the case, and believing they will kill him and to end the whole matter. Then Mazen Nnamdi had spoken in the past, which is his comment being conflicting to things happening this time around. Mazen Nnamdi said he does not believe in getting our freedom via peaceful negotiation because it doesn't work. Not that if it works, he will not accept it. And this peaceful negotiation has its foundation in political solution. And we have heard Tina Sanwo-Olu saying that we cannot get Biafra unless we negotiate with our politicians. Why is it that Mazen Nnamdi is saying one thing, Tina Sanwo-Olu saying the opposite? Yet they claim to be all and all. Why are they speaking like this? What is really going on that we do not understand? Patricia, Mazen Nnamdi has said that if we abandon God Almighty, we cannot progress in getting Biafra, that we should not depend in diabolical sources, that is diabolical power, magic power, satanic power, or whatever, that we must depend holistically on God. So why are some of our people not obeying this Mazen Nnamdi counsel? And they are going contrary. Those things he had condemned is what some of the people, or even a lot of people in the Biafra struggle are doing. And I have come to believe that they are contributing factor to the setback of the Biafra struggle. So what is your take? What is your position in regard to this, Mama Patricia? The microphone.
Okay, there we go.
God bless you.
Bless you too. So let me just take it this way. Mazen Nnamdi is saying one thing, and those who think that they sit with him, eat with him, they are in the same level with him. They think they know better because he allowed them. He humbled himself so low, so down, to bring them all together, everyone, to carry everyone along, to show the same thing he's teaching, because that's how you know a child of God. That's how you know a servant of Elohim. That's how you know somebody who is genuine, because he talks what he does, and he does what he talks. That anyone cannot come and say, Mercy, is a hypocrite or a this or a that. Everyone knows it. Those who are refusing to say it deep down in their heart, they are dying because truth will be torturing them. Mazi said, this Biafra is the kingdom of God that he has come to bring. And in bringing it, he goes to God, to Elohim, through prayers, through reading his word, so that Chukwokika will equip him like he does his predecessors, like he did to David, Joseph, Samuel, and the rest of them, Joshua, Moses. No single word of this servant of God came to say that didn't come to pass. And people are still taking him for a play, for a ride. Just like you mentioned some minutes ago. The Mwanza that was given grace, let me call it grace, to find himself in Europe. I think he calls his name that Ezoku Bondo. You see how the devil puts on, like the Bible said, a white clothing.
Like an angel of light.
Like angel of light, but he's really the demon, the wicked demon. He says if Mazi will not give the message to the right source, that he should remain in prison and rot there. The 7,000 teeth, he said the same thing. Gina Saworu, they said the same thing, because all of them are the people that ganged up. Why would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not give us position? Yet in their presence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said everything we are doing outside, not only that we all suspect, not only that we are freedom fighters, that once we got the main important thing and come down to Biafra land to build it, none of us that are outside the zoo or outside Biafra land is going to hold any post. Everything will be on the round table. Everything will be by merit. People will have to come and vote or say we want this thing because they have looked into your diary, they have looked into your book, and they have found that you are not having anything in your skeleton. They have found you not wanting. They have scrutinized you and find out that you merit their vote. Because you must be somebody who, according to Mazi, who is pure in heart. Your hands are clean. You must be somebody who speaks the truth without fearing the consequences. You must be somebody who does not fear your enemies. You know your enemies and you speak to them boldly. You must be somebody who is ready to lay your life down, just like Jesus said.
Humble and simple.
Simple. Just like what Mazi, we see him now doing. You must be somebody who is ready to lay your life down for the sake of others. He said you'll be willing to protect those who cannot protect themselves, not to harm them, not to kidnap them, not to rob them. You must be of good conduct. What is a good conduct? You cannot be shooting inside in the night and outside you're shouting who. You cannot be talking from both sides of your mouth. You cannot sell your brother or your sister because you want to earn a position. You cannot lie against your brother. You must stand on the truth. He's doing it. Example. And then he now finally said that we don't consult the devils. We don't. We don't go to the water side in the midnight, in the afternoon, in whatever time, with all the cock all the fowl, all the chicken, with the egg, with black pot, and everything. Go there and do some incantation. You don't do that. You don't go to any dibia to tell him to tell you who is this, who is that. Your power cannot come from there. God cannot save you, save Biafra. No wonder Joshua told the Israelites, choose you whom you will serve. And Moses, or is it Elijah, you cannot be halting from one end to another. You have to stand to one place.
And Moses also asked, who is on the Lord's side? Okay. Is it who do really want to continue with the golden calf? And who is on the Lord's side?
Okay. Thank you for that. So, all these things are the ingredients that will get us Biafra fast. I think there was a time he even said, I think Mazi said, yeah, if we all can be together and obey from one command, that's why he said one command. It doesn't matter how right you are or how your brain is ranking. If it is what has been said, obey it first to be in line, in order, in obedience. And then later you can go and talk about that. But first of all, you have to humble yourself and obey. You have to. But after all these things, China, Samora, and the rest, they are with the MP or whatever the name is, with the rest of them. They have now the stand whereby Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is there, he should rot there. He should obey us. You should know that this group, the leadership, we all there together. Nobody can do what another person have not assigned. Mazi should now obey them because they called them to the struggle. Because God called them, not Mazi.
Even when they are doing things wrong, Mazi should obey them.
Not even when they are doing right, they have no right to talk to Mazi. They have to obey their leader. Show
and that is what they demand. That is what they demand from others. You must obey the DOS.
And they don't do it, and they want others. That's why it didn't work. Because had it been they were obeying their leader, people that are following them will obey.
Oh, John. Chain of command.
They disobeyed, because they strayed, because they have sold their soul and heart and spirit to the Janjaweed, where they came from, because they were never in the Biafra struggle. Mazi knew it already. That was why in each thing you see a prophetic word. I know you people will disappoint me, but I will not do that to you. That's why Mazu keeps saying, I only need 100 men, because we don't have men. We have in our wives, in our sisters. And he needed only 100 sincere men. Men that are fanatical about Biafra. So now we have seen it. Everything, thank God, everything is, opening up as God said it. At this end time, there will be nothing that will be hidden, no matter how you try to hide it. The fire of God's truth will push you out, because you cannot hide. They went to Finland instead of them to tell the Finland people how their people are being kidnapped and being used as a woman organ harvested. They didn't go to Finland to tell them that. They didn't go to Finland to tell them that their political solutionist program of P2B, and they said we should follow him and leave Mazi, going over from what Mazi said, that we are done with political whatever. If ever those that went into it before, like Wazurike them and the rest of them, that we are no more in that. That we are no more to sit down and discuss with anybody. Nobody. These people went to Finland They didn't tell the Finland people how even that idea failed them. That who is on the throne now is the selected one according to the terrorist way of doing things. They didn't go to Finland to say that. They didn't go to Finland to tell Finland Mazen has been acquitted in the court of the lawless entity, in the court of the devilish terrorist government of Nigeria, that they are still holding him, that he's sick, that he cannot, everywhere is not okay with him. They couldn't go there to tell them. They went there to tell them that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. The same thing that Chinas has said, we don't want to be called terrorists. They went there to call their own terrorists, which Asari of their same group now is linking them. It's opening up their hidden part. You see it now? They didn't go to do something better, but to go to find how they will kill the only one who has gotten the double portion of Mazi's spirit, to continue on what Mazi has passed over and have desired and demanded, that he's still there in the prison. No, they want to get him down so that he will go there and rot too, like Mazi, and then they will pay them money. Money that they will not still eat like no. So these people, they know what they are doing, but they have fallen. They have failed. Because there's nobody who will attack a just cause, who will attack a project of God, who will attack a servant of God that will go scot-free. That man and their generation is closed. It's Bible system standard. So what they are doing, they think they are doing to Biafrans. No. They think they are doing to Maz. No. They have heaped brimstone and sulfur upon them forever. Because once you tamper with a holy thing, you get yourself, fizzled out. So all of them now, they finished from Finland, they went to Abuja to also demonstrate against Simon. Abuja, all the 1 million march in America or London or anywhere, they closed before. We are no more protesting. We are done with protesting. That phase is gone. Now all of a sudden, calm themselves. And you ask me, the ones they have done before, what has it brought to them? Didn't they hear that when Mazi said one of the men in ICC told him, you people should stop writing, people should stop protesting, in fact, stop dancing and singing. There's something that is needed for people who are being subdued to do. No, they didn't do those things. Now their target now is Simon, with their political solutionist program that IPOB they presented to make sure that IPOB program doesn't go. At the end, it backfired on them, even though it's on an appointment. They know what they are doing. Yet, all the posts that they are trying to do and have more money, like Ike Ekweremadu there, rotten there, and the rest of them, they all filing, because Mazi says, serve the zoo and you come back in shame. Coming back in shame is that we, Biafra, will finish the remaining one if they don't finish it for you. So they now want to appoint another one, all to get Simon, because they don't want Biafra to continue. And now that Biafrans have seen the truth, Ochina also said they will fight dating. And that's the thing they are fighting now. By making it all round, you see that Biafra is not mentioned with the Caro White. But thank God, as Mazi was saying minutes far, God appoint himself a lamb for sacrifice, because Biafra is a sacrifice that is raised unto God, and nobody will stop the blessing when God accepts the sacrifice. That's why my advice to Biafrans, no matter where you are, shouting for Biafra, clamoring for freedom, make sure the same mind of mass, the same spirit of mass, mind and spirit of truth and sincerity, of love gets into you. Because that will give you boldness to stand before your enemy. That will give you the ground to confess if you have done anything wrong. To confess. And that will also help us overcome our enemies. Because you cannot be serving two masters, one hand devil, one hand God, and you want God to come and get us through. No. You have to take aftermath, 100% aftermath. So Biafra, this day, let us not mind these people that you see fighting daily, that have joined their hands with the zoo government, terrorist government. Now, can you just imagine this? Even if Simon, they think he has come to do whatever in their head. Before they said he was working with the Nigerian government, they bought him. Now, the same Nigerian government that bought Simon is now wanting Simon to be repatriated. Do you see madness? Mad people everywhere. Do you see it? Okay. The same Simon, the school government is against him. The international world, those that are in the part of the zoo government are against him. The politicians and senators, the stooges they have in Biafra land against him. So if now, as Asari said, they condemned or accused their own, because Asari is telling you, see efus, accusing their own, which means they cannot be trusted. So if all of these people join together to fight one person, don't you think that the person is doing the right thing? Don't you think the person is the person that you should follow? I'm talking to those of you that are still standing by the wayside. You are still thinking, do I or do I not? When you are asked to sit at home, I don't know where the command is coming from. I don't know which one we should do. Are you going to listen to Fulani terrorists to tell you don't sit at home in your own house, that you must come out by force to do business, when they are destroying your brother's own, in not only in Abuja, in Lagos and other places, and the one in your own land, they have made sure that they destroy the road, destroy everything that will make you to make a good business. No hospital, no nothing. Just recently, I think I read it somewhere, though I didn't clearly go into it, because everything concerning this is so uncomfortable, that they have mapped out Tinubu terrorist with Shetima government. Said they have mapped out, is it 12 billion, which they are going to share again to their poor people. Japan is not included. So this buffoon of Iwanyamu that protruded his stomach and body like what I don't know. Have we asked about the one that died that is just the same thing like him? Has he asked about how he ended? Did anybody remember that man? The man that served them. Did they do any ceremony for his death or even announce it twice? No. You serve the zoo, you come back in shame.
In shame.
In shame, since you people are stooges for them. And in fact, your being stooges is all right because you are from there. Your father or your mother is from the Fulani. You don't have a complete Igbo blood. So they have now mapped out 12 million that they are going to share to their poor people, as they did before. They are now doing it again. Therefore, you have no part there. Now, where you have somebody who is caring for you, have told you sit at home, because they are the ones that will come to force you out and then ask you, why did you come out? Why didn't you stay in? And then they will video you and put in the whole world to see that Simon and his group are forcing people. 500 in Jos, in Kaduna, and all that were killed and massacred. Did you see them announce it or show it?
They never reported it.
No. Biafrans, I know the wise ones have had, the true Biafrans have had. My own family, I have warned them. Any day there is sit at home, you don't need to ask from where is it coming. You should know what is good for yourself. There is danger outside. Run inside and seek God protection. Israel did it. Many other countries did it. America also last month announced that they will also do sit at home. It's the only weapon you can use and tell your rulers, tell the terrorist government that I am not your dog. I bear my name. I know where I'm from. That's the only way you can do it. If you come out because you think nobody should tell you, want to come out and look for your eye and your nose, what you see, you get. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in 2 years. 2 years sit at home, a man that loves us so much. You cannot have his type again. And you are finding it difficult to sit at home. Shame. Big shame. Thank you. I hand over to you, colleagues.
God bless you, really good.
Family, I greet you. People don't know, they don't go film embassy. Go make problem, say Samuel Ekpa, they cause problem because he ain't be citizen, he go want to the cause war for Nigeria. May they deport him to Nigeria or may they caution him, may not they declare it at home where they cause problem again with the like people. Now people make una watch the video as they pour out their anger. Don't forget to share.
Christ, because we are tired of what is going on. What is going on that we see is like a racist agenda. A country cannot harbor some people in their country and they'll be raising funds inside that country. A country cannot.
Yes, we can.
My name is Aki Okunowo, and we are Nigerians, and we are tired of what is going on in the southeast, and we have decided to call our fellow Nigerian brothers to arise and save their lives. All what is happening is appalling. A country cannot, in relationship with Nigeria, cannot be running a racist agenda. A situation where you gave citizenship to some members of this country to become your citizen, and you allow them, after they have become your own citizens, to be raising funds in your country and be buying weapons and sending it to Nigeria to terrorize Nigerians, to kill Nigerians under the disguise of sit at home. It's enough, and they are killing. And we realize if this thing continues in Igbo land, then it will spread to Yoruba land, then it will spread to Hausa land, then it will eat up this country. Enough is enough. This thing has to stop, because what happened is, you see, a responsible government will not give room for such a nonsense in their country. And when people come on social media and they can confidently, before cameras, and be raising funds to buy weapons and send down here, and we see what they are using it to do. And you, that country, there was a time they had to interrogate. They interrogated Samuel Ekpa. We read in the news that he was arrested and interrogated. What was it? Their findings and everything. And what are they hiding about? They are claiming they are no longer Nigerians. Why are they doing that? You cannot allow them to be raising weapons there and be bringing it to be committing all this murder and be committing all these actions. We will not take it. The name of it is Peace Group. Yes. We are all Nigerians. But because this thing affects more of Igbo, that is why you have seen more Igbo rose up.
So what's your position?
My position is just very simple.
No. Are you the convener? Are you the...
Yes.
You are the convener.
Yes. And this is what we want. All those actors who have been raising Samuel Ekpa and the rest of them who have been raising funds under the disguise of IPOB, under the disguise of ESN, under the disguise of unknown government, and they have been bringing those weapons, smuggling it into Nigeria to commit all this evil. They should repatriate all of them down, because we Nigerians see that citizenship as a scam. So they should repatriate them here. We want them to go back to their villages and see what they have done before they face the law. It is the right of every human being to respect other people's feelings. They should respect we Nigerians. Finland should respect us. Any other country, including France, including USA, including UK, including Germany, where all these people are harboring themselves. And then they were coming online and preaching hate and causing a lot of damage. Innocent lives, including children. All of them must face what they have caused. That is what we want.
So are they trying to bring the Finnish embassy?
When we came here, we display all our whatever. We try to approach their door and we shut the lock up, and then we can't break their door. We are law-abiding citizens, and we know that their territory here is just like Finland government in Nigeria. So that is why we held our peace. But a few times before you came, they sent one person, one of their security, to us to talk to us that they want to speak with one person among us, and my team volunteered me to speak with them. But up to now, they are yet to talk to us. Then another thing we hear is they set it tomorrow. Well, even if it is next tomorrow, we are occupying this place. And as this time goes on, we are calling on all Nigerians to come here. We are occupying here. We will be, the more they are wasting time, we will become millions here.
So basically, you want them to repatriate them?
They should repatriate them, and they should stop all this racist agenda. Stop allowing some Nigerians in your country to be raising weapons and be bringing it home.
Only EPA in Finland.
It's not only EPA. It's not only EPA. There are other. Okay, well, we have a list of them. I cannot be calling all their names. So, and there are groups. They always meet on space meetings, and we all know all what they are doing. So, and you know, because this their criminal organization is not a one-man show. So they have those they have recruited. They recruited all these criminal elements, armed robbers, rapists, kidnappers, and they were using them. So what we just want is, we want peace in our country. We want our family. We should be able to go to any part of this country and feel safe. We should be hearing good news in this country. And we want the new government to take action.
What's your take on the prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think he should be granted amnesty?
Do you know what? Nnamdi Kanu have preached killings. He has preached, he started all these things. And it is very important that we should not give room for any criminality at all. So, Nnamdi Kanu started all this killing, started all these things. You cannot do all those things, invite war into your land, raise weapons. They are the people who started raising weapons. So the truth is that all what he has done is criminal. It is criminal. That is terrorism. So we are not interested in any evil act. We should be law abiding. There are ways to go about things without killing human beings. If you want to do sit-at-home civil disobedience exercise, it should be voluntary. It should not be a thing by force, by fire, by killing them. They must comply. And they felt they were having the OD. So Nnamdi Kanu has committed terrorist act, and they should investigate him. Government should also respect the law. We want things to go in order. We want the right things to be going in this country. We want our government to swing into action. We cannot just leave the Igbos alone with this problem. We are brothers, we are sisters, and they are dying, and they don't have a voice. But because some people are in greener pasture and they are being sponsored by some foreigners, and they are committing a lot of atrocities. So that is our take on it. Yes, sir. Akin Okunowo. Yes. Okunowo. Akin Okunowo. Akin Okunowo.
Convener
of the peace, this Occupy Finland and all these places.
That's the name of your group?
No, peace group.
Peace group.
Yes.
Nelson Ndubisi. I am an Igbo man. I am Nelson Ndubisi. I am an Igbo man. So we are preaching for peace and for the unity of the country. We no longer want any division in this country. So many marginalization has been going on. So many things have been going wrong in this country. This is time for the youth to stand up and speak out. If our leaders are not willing to speak up, this is the time for us to speak up. What has been going on in this country has not been fair. This is a country where we used to have peace. But as time goes on, we no longer understand. Even the system of the government, we no longer understand what is going on. That's why we have to rise. The granting of the citizenship in Finland, we do not accept it. It's not fair. We take it to be a scam. How can somebody be a citizen of another country while he's officiating in another country? And you are born and brought up in that same country while you are making people to suffer? It's not fair. All these things, this is what we are preaching for. We are preaching for peace and unity of this country. Since we have gotten a new government, a new president that have emerged, this is time for us to unite and help the government to push it forward to the next level. Look at what is going on. We no longer want to sit at home. We as Igbo people, we are known to be a trade people. We trade, we do business. If a man or a woman that depends on business on a daily basis to feed his family, and you ask the person to sit at home, how would the person be able to take care of his family? It's affecting us so many times. We have faced a lot of challenges in this country, but we are keeping quiet, and this is no longer time for us to keep quiet. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Mama Patricia. Hello. You know, when people try to correct what they do not know, erroneously, they begin to expose more of their ignorance without them realizing it. And this is exactly what this set of people have just displayed. One of the greatest problems of the Africans is them believing that whatever they do not know or whatever they do not understand is wrong. That is what have pushed this ignoramus for this protest. Mama Patricia,
Yeah.
just think about this. They are protesting at Finnish embassy at Abuja, demanding that the Finnish government should repatriate Simon Ekpa, then laying allegations on things they believe he is getting wrong. Why this Finnish government also know that Simon Ekpa is fighting for his people.
Yeah.
And this Finnish government know the rules of law, rules of engagement concerning this. They have not complained against Simon Ekpa all this while, Simon Ekpa being their citizen. Then these people are complaining about it. They are talking about killing. And we heard that from Hope Uzodimma had already said previously in one of our programs that the killing is not being conducted by the IPOB, rather from strangers employed by his own political opposition, even though we know that he also employed his own against his political opposition. Then, regarding all this claim, starting from the IPOB political solution is that Simon Ekpa had been responsible for this killing. Until today, there have been no evidence for that. How can they defend this kind of a thing? They are asking Simon Ekpa to stop sit at home, including the Igbos among them. But they are not asking Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist, but Nigerian court said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. How do they know the law more than the Nigerian government? Wow. Even though with the conspiracy of Ohaneze Ndiaruala and the Igbo politicians, they try to proscribe they try to proscribe IPOB. And the last 2 years or last 3 years, I made a video in which CNN carried the news to say that we, the IPOB, have the right to demand for our freedom, and we are not a terrorist organization. I mean, CNN. If I trace the video, I will get it. They are talking about Simon Ekpa and us, the IPOB, should respect other people's feeling. Is the Nigerian government respecting our own feeling? Are these Efulefu talking this thing, respecting our own feeling? What are they talking about our own feeling? Because it is this feeling that have led us into ordering this seat at home. What are they talking about our own? I think they should take the step of considering our own feeling. If they have considered our own feeling, they wouldn't have extraordinary rendited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place. If they consider our feeling, they should have released him immediately. The court had declared him innocent, acquitted, and free. If they have considered our own feeling, they wouldn't have been destroying the thread. Look at this idiotic Igbo man saying that Igbos are known with threading. But the Lagos government are destroying the thread of the Igbos, and they are not protesting. I'm tired of talking, Mama Patricia. Begin to talk.
That is the issue that we are talking. That's why we are saying here, we all are saying those true Biafrans, plus the international world, they know the truth. So it doesn't matter, they can sweep it under the carpet and produce one scammer or propaganda. It will never bury the truth. Truth must prevail at the end. That is one thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu promised them. He said, instead of Biafra not to come, that peace they are looking for, that fake peace the man is pronouncing, it will turn to be a real war for him, starting in his own family. Those people that came out took the Judas little species. War will start in their family generation. You see those groups, both the Nelson whatever man of that called himself an Igbo man, which I know is not an Igbo man, and the Yoruba man and the rest of them that looks like Fulani hanging around them there. They have staged the Finland government. They are doing a protest. They said they will let other Nigerians come. Thank God he said other Nigerians. We are not Nigerians in the first place. We are not Nigerian. We cannot be answering a name given to a dog by the British. We cannot occupy British company that they only know to do their business as it suits them. Why the place where the business is built, there is no light, no road, no hospital, no school, no nothing. We cannot do that any longer. That's why I said they are way too late, because God have seen the groaning of Biafran's people and said, man, because the iniquity, the abomination, the atrocities, the evil, the corruption, the criminality that Nigeria breeds, which is what the British government made it to be. They joined themselves with another demon like them, investing on that indigenous people. God have watched through this. God have seen the suffering of our General Ojukwu. God have seen the death of many millions children and Biafran for all these 20 years. And he said, now I've remembered them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come, let me send you the mantle. And he's still holding it. Does anybody know what that young man, our leader, His Excellency, does anybody, can anybody fathom what is going through there? But he said he's of more hell than the hell they think they are putting on him. When the 3 Hebrew children were put in hell,
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yes, being heated more than 7 times, so that they will all just be destroyed with the wrath of the king. What happened? God showed them that he is the maker of hell. So Mazi told the zoo government, the zoo terrorist government with their father Britain, that he is of more hell than the hell they have done him several things. They want to break him, but the more they want to break him, the more the seed of Biafra is coming up. The more the perfume of Biafra is coming up. The more that we Biafrans that are true Biafrans are more, angered to stand and tell hell and tell the zoo and tell the British government and all the allies, including those they send in disguise. And our people are believing that these people are human beings. They are not human beings. Have we forgotten that Mazi said they are pampas wearers? All of them. All of them. They are no more human beings. Don't mind that they are putting suits, coming out to talk. They are not human beings. Their generation is gone. There's nothing to do about it. As Mazi said, Nigeria is gone and there's no Mekwatarism. He said if they delay to let Biafra go, the more they compound their misery. That is what is coming. So let them be buying more scammers. They can buy Twitter like Mazi said. They have bought it. They have bought YouTube. They have bought Facebook. They have bought every seat in any government house. Biafra from coming because Mazi holds the key. He holds the truth, which nobody can destroy. And now, thank God, because he knew what DOS people that they also to us. He once asked the one in Kuwait, would the Kuwait do that for you for your freedom? Then what the hell are you sitting down there doing? It's Chinas he was referring to, and the rest of them. Thank God he didn't see anything in them. That's why he said, if it's not that God sent me, I will not talk to you people again. Because they are the people he was talking to. All those in this DOS, from the first group that went, there were many of them, to the second group, and then the what is this, Uche Mefor, down to these ones, they are the people he said, if not that God told him, he will not talk to them. Then finally he saw Simon. He called his community. Then he said, you will take over. And now look at the same Simon. They are attacking because anywhere they see anybody doing something good or saying something good, they go to block the person and kill the person. That's why they have gone to protest. They went to Finland. Finland people didn't mind them. Now they went to Abuja to also go there and make mouth. These are the struggling of a dying man, because they have already died in 2017. When Buhari died in 2017 and was buried in Saudi Arabia in shallow grave, and the wife from there went to Dubai to live, that was when everything about Nigeria ended. These boys were saying they want peace. Which peace? These boys saying that they are Nigeria, the one who another country will respect them. Who is respecting Nigeria? Well, he doesn't read the newspaper. He doesn't know that Nigeria in the whole world is being chased out like a cancerous dog. He doesn't know that. We that are here, we are saying we are not Biafrans. Any office I go, I don't tell them that we are Biafrans. We are not Nigerian. Any office I go, I tell them I'm a Biafran. Anywhere I go, I tell them I'm a Biafran. What rubbish name would the British come and give to us through that? And they fully are maintaining the name. We are Nigeria, you want respect. You didn't hear what Mazi was saying at the embassies, how they rob and maltreat people like animals in another people's home because they have no manners. They are lawless. Their brain has been damaged. They are like animals. Mazi gave them the name. But there are people who are giving them much more deadliest name than Mazi. The white people they don't even upon all the races in the world. There was a man I saw some either last month. He went to Nigeria and came back. Everybody that passed, they allowed them to pass with their thing. But the man, they stopped him, they were controlling. And they saw that he has some food items in his bag. They refused to let him pass with it. And he was asking those immigrant people there, why am I being stopped? Why are you people telling me not to take my food? Is it because I'm from Nigeria? Of course, that's the reason. Before you come and poison them. And yet these people will have mouth to be mentioning a coarse name, a coarse entity. You don't know when you mention Nigeria, you are saying curse upon me. When you mention Nigeria, you're doing, Nigeria is curse, 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 curse. The earlier you stop saying it, and you say Biafra, that means you're saying blessing, freedom, breath, life, light, good sense. Like Mazi said, good conduct. Don't mind that these people that have infested, have brought down their cancerous virus near us. We will sweep it all out. Nigeria breeds criminality, breeds corruption, breeds evil, breeds death. You cannot do better. Mazi have said it. The earlier you remove yourself from it, you that is answering, I'm a Nigerian, we want to have respect. Who is giving you respect? Do you have respect in your place, Nigeria, or place of outside? You think the white people don't know who you are? And you want nothing. Trump called you shithole. What else do you want? A shithole. Do you know what a shithole? Do you people have latrine in your villages? That's what Nigeria is. That's what Trump called it. And is it Putin one time said it's a burying ground. That's all. So thank God he mentioned Nigeria. We are Biafrans. No, let Nigeria go there and hang around the Finland embassy. Let them go there and sit down and guide their place like Asari is guiding the oil there. Go on, because Finland people, they need guides to protect their surrounding. If not, some Fulani terrorists will go and set it on fire. Yeah, we are Biafrans. We have respect and honor. So go there. And don't ever say again that we are brothers. We are not your brothers. We are not your brothers. We are not your sisters. Nothing relates us together. Nothing, absolutely. To your thanks, O Israel, go and fend for yourself and find your root and better yourself if you have some good sense. We are Biafrans. And we know that we need our country to maintain what it called real peace, because this your so-called peace is coming. They are killing people in Kaduna, in the Jos and everything, and you don't speak about those ones. You don't speak about a wrong election that was done. You don't speak about that. It's not anything. The people that are being killed, look at all the roads, kidnappers everywhere. Kidnapping children, arresting them, and taking ransom. And you are talking about you want peace in your country. May God of heaven judge you. Thank you, Collins. Our time is running out. It's almost 7.
God bless you. Be preparing for your presentation of the memory verse after veteran.
I sent it to you.
Yes, I saw it. After veteran, then you come along with it. So, veteran, these Efulefus did not protest against Tinubu for ruling Nigeria with a stolen election. When we were shouting that there is an impostor in the guise of the dead Buhari, they never protested. And this man must come from one of the communities. Fulanis have been ransacking people, destroying people's farmland, raping women and causing mayhem. He had never protested. Until today, the Boko Harams are being given ransom. They are being given amnesty. and he knows their chief, Sheikh Gumik, someone who is supposedly an Islamic religious leader, an Islamic priest, being the grand patron of the veteran is house. So, my Patricia, what are we going to do? Should we continue to wait for him? And there is no avenue for that. Okay, he's back. Okay, because of so because of the situation, just take the microphone, go as much as you can.
Thank you very much, Enyima.
God bless you.
Thank you, the lioness of Biafra. We are Biafrans fighting for our nation in the name of Chukwu Kadiama. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom in the name of Chukwu Kadiama. Let her let loose. Let her let loose. Let our king, the Yoruba man, the Yoruba idiot, the Yoruba riffraff, go ahead and convene nonsense protests, a lawsuit protest, a fool of his type, an imbecile. We have nothing to do with the Yoruba people. It is only our leader, in his sympathy and benevolence, that also extended this noble mission to them, not knowing that they have all along been rivals of us. And that is why their stupid, gutter, sluggish media continue to write junk, to cover the uncoverable. And yet, this idiot called himself Akin Akirole, went and gathered the Fulani priests who call themselves the Igbos to Finland to ask for the repatriation of their mother and their father. The devil will cut off that tongue. Your tongue will cleave to your teeth as you go ahead and propagate falsehood and evil. You are evil. Akirole and your Yoruba kings. Look at it. Are we hearing Odua Republic again? I don't romance nonsense. Are you hearing it? The idiot has ascended the throne. Yoruba has ascended the throne. You don't hear it again. That has been their dream. They have illegitimately, illegally ascended the throne. And they are happy with it. And this idiot is coming to tell Finland that they should repatriate legally instituted citizen of their country. And never went to protest against the illegal submission of their own. This idiot did not hear the dwarf of Kaduna talking about his killing and everything. He never one day went to Kaduna to protest. He never one day. He never went to Zambia forest to protest. He never went to the UK embassy to protest. He can only go to Finland. They left him. Otherwise, they should have shot that leg off. Because he is simply a mess, a shit. He has gone to demonstrate their hopelessness. This is why he could go there And now, brother to the Igbos. Who is your brother? Who is asking you for brotherhood? Brother.
He
It is done. This is what our leader has been saying.
Yes.
If we like, we may talk to you. Otherwise, it's not an obligation. It's not a debt. We don't know you, Yoruba. Do not know us. We don't want you. Do not sympathize with us. We do not need your sympathy. Hypocrite of the highest order. Hypocrite of the highest order.
Yes, so.
Hypocrite of the highest order. Who invited you into this mess? The Fulani breed in Igbo land. Chineke Brono. Ọnwụ ga-egbugbu ha 10 times.
Ise.
Ị na-aza nwa dike idere akọ rubbish. Ndị na onye Yoruba enwere mmekọ. Ndị Yoruba kpọga who bought the investments of their brothers. And you have something to do with them.
Jesus help us.
Oh, what a heartbreaking shame. What a shame. What a shame. That you still want to belong to the camp of your enemy. No enemy who committed oh God. I wish I have other powers. And I've always implored Biafran heroes, wherever you are, rise up. For you died for this cause. And you have handed it over to us, not to allow this cause to fail. And it will never fail. Ojuku, a hero. A hero. There is none like you. None. Imagine Nnamdi Kanu, who have this passion for his own, for his people. And yet his people hated him. The scripture will ever repeat itself. History will never repeat itself. Somebody laying down his life for you, and you are turning around to pay him with an evil coin. So shall you be paid with evil coins in whatever you do in life. He is there for you. You went into meeting with the wife, with his in-law, with the members of the DOA, with the past and the present, with the politicians. All the people who said we had nothing to do with them. You now came back to them. They are the people to give you Biafra. They are the people to give you Biafra. Oh, Ndara, mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Chike, Dojim, Chinak, and Woru. We didn't know you are so stupidly, foolishly, ignorantly mad. No, you don't know you are burning away. You don't know you are dying. Nnamdi Kanu will never die. He will live and live forever. He will live and live to see Biafra. He will live and live to carry out and to fulfill the mission that is handed over to him. You are going to Finland to make sure the name of Nnamdi Kanu is buried. Imagine you, a cockroach, opening your mouth and talking about Nnamdi Kanu. A cockroach talking about Nnamdi Kanu. of course, what is new? After all, our people, after all, it is we that called him a terrorist. Otherwise, how Piwa Hono, yes, how na governors, na politicians, na IPOB terrorists. The zoo government had no courage to do it. They had no courage because somehow, they know the implications. Then we invited them. This is what you will do. Call them terrorists so that they will be back. Like joke, like this is how they are continuing. Now placing a ban, whatever they call it, on Simon Ekpa. They bought on Simon Ekpa. Before it was $100,000. Now it is $100 million. To kill your own. No. Ọwarụ ndị Igbo ọwarụ. And you people not there. Now watch these people and listen to these people. If you back that on the motorcycle, this generation. Only where I bush one. Can you nego? Uno gango goof. Uno gango bana. You behave. And you think that is life. Bongu nebu wankata imiana hani usheshe. Bongu nebu wankata imiana hani usheshe. You have buried yourself. You have destroyed yourself. As many as have accepted, though that devilish gift of Ifeanyi Ubah, as many as have accepted the devilish gift of the governor of the Eastern State, as many of you as have accepted the devilish gift of the politicians, both home and abroad. Because in the abroad, you can join. Man or something. You begin your own. Now, transparent and whatever. Rather than coming together and finding a common cause, you are now looking for nonsense mistakes here and there. Nonsense, whatever you call it. How give you the transparent? People will not, no person will come back from the war. Because we know every person is a suspect, including the commander. But you keep it in your pocket and fight the war, win the war first, and you come back and sit on a table and decide your differences. But here it is not so. It is not so. Come on, you win. Come on, guys, somebody out there. And you remain a pauper for life. And you remain a slave for life. Because you work against God's mission. You work against God's program. You will remain perpetual slaves. As many of you as do not want to come together and join hands with the moving trend, with the Simon Ekpa. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. Biafra, sit at home if you are asked to sit at home. Sit at home. For we have no arms. We have no chariot. This is what we have for now. Sit at home and save your life. Sit at home and save Biafra. Sit at home and save the cause. Because as you move around and they kill you, they they blame the IPOB for it. The IPOB, led by Mazin Namdekano and supervised by Simon Ekpa, not the one of Kike and the Chinas and Wori, because they are the ones. 4 minutes. You hide it all from Dokubo. You hide it all from Dokubo. How all of them from the beginning until Kike and the Chinas and Wori have all ganged up against the Son of God, against the man of God, against the prophet of God, to make sure they drag his effort, his sacrifices to the mud. But they wrong. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, for keeping the light burning. We are following, and we will follow to the end. Biafra must come. Our leader, Mazin Namdekano, is highly optimistic. Not only optimistic, but very sure. Because God told him, and I believe him. And I am sure myself. I know that Biafra must come. Even in my own time. Even in my own time. I am above 70. But I still believe that Biafra will come before I die. Biafrans, wake up. Please. If you go to I father you nigga. If you go if you are ever in doubt of what has happened to Mazin Namdekano, now you have seen it. Chike Dodiem and Tina Samworu, Nadiare Kabas, they sold our leader. And they want our leader to die, gradually die. And they have done nothing since that rendition. Let the Chike Dodiem have challenged him before. And Tina Samworu, come out to that radio where they call the people and tell people what they have done since Mazin Namdekano was caught. Let them come and tell their friends what effort they have made. Apart from taking bribes, envelopes from politicians, from Ivan Yoba, from what you call Soludo, from name them, all of them, to destroy God's project. That you are the people to be destroyed, you and your generation. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Let me warn you again, the Yoruba Akin, convening distance. Go to Kaduna and tell Erufai and protest before Erufai. Go to Zambiza, go to Sokoto, go to Niger State, whatever you call it. Go to Benue State, go to Jos and carry out this year protest. Go to your place in Lagos, where the properties of Ndibo are being destroyed. Go there. You are the killers. We are victims. Do not make us aggressors, because that is what your father the devil have taught you. That is what the propaganda they have given you to do. You from the shit hole, no pride. Go to your embassies and see what is happening all over the world. God bless you all, dear friends. Sit at home.
So, yeah, Mama Patricia, are you set? Memory verse of the day?
Yeah, please, can you help us with it? My
Okay.
God, we are behind much time.
Proverbs 22, verse 3. The prudent sees danger and hide himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, dear friends, we have come to the end of today's interactive, and we really thank God because all you need to know, all that is happening, you don't need anyone to tell you further, because God in his mercy has made it very clear, as Mazi said, that things will begin to happen. And that does not deter us from heading onwards, because this is our time and this is our generation. God has sanctioned it, he has assigned it, has confirmed it, like our veteran was saying. All we need is to move ahead and get to what is handed over to us. We don't fold our arms and wait for miracle to fall from heaven. If Israel that walked with God in their time, God gave them and told David, move on, go and chase them and overtake them. He didn't tell him to go to the temple and be dancing and singing. When Moses was crying with the Israelites at the Red Sea, God said, why are you crying? This is time for action. Use the rod in your hand. Now the zoo government, they are now shouting and raising up all the propagandas and scammers, because the Biafrans have decided to take up arms. Anybody telling you that you are violent, tell the person yes, because the Fulanese has been violent all this while, being supported by British and by the zoo government. And we have been doing peace, peace, peace. The peace time is over. If anybody telling you you're violent, tell the person that the kingdom of God has been suffering violence. And the Bible says only those violent ones that will take their land by fire and by force, and the enemy will keep clear. Just like the Bible said, when the light comes in, darkness will just run away. In today's interactive memory verse we are to use to end today, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass off and are punished. Very simple. The wise men, they went to seek Jesus when they heard about the news that a king was born. They saw the sign that shows that a king was born, and they went. What are we saying here? At the fullness of time, with all that we have passed through as Biafrans, God has brought a savior. What did the enemy do? They took him away and they put him by force at the dungeon of the enemy, thinking that they will make him to bend. But God's word cannot be bent, cannot be buried, cannot be destroyed. But in the meantime, God has used another instrument, which is Simon Epa. And those other Biafrans, like us here and other platforms, working for the restoration of Biafra, and we have refused to take no for an answer. We have refused to back down. We have refused to run and hide under the bushel because the enemy is threatening us with a weapon. We now have our own weapon, and we will be having more. So what are we saying? The enemy, a prudent man, sees danger and runs to hide. But a foolish one, a simple one or person, goes ahead and telling you, no, when can nothing mega. The prudent have told us from the Bible, the Israelites at the time of coming out, they went in.
They put themselves in and lock their doors and their windows. When Israelites want to capture Jericho, they told Rahab, close your door, close everything, but from the window put a red cloth so that we'll know that you are in there. If you come out, you'll be gone. But stay in with that red cloth. Biafrans, when we protest outside, that's where the zoo government terrorists, they have seen their dinner and their lunch and their breakfast. It's easy for them. And this was what Mazi saw and decided to say there will be no protest any longer in Biafra land. And said that everyone, when we should not protest, in fact, in Biafra land, we should do it in overseas. But the traitors in the DOS and in the one in the land with the governors and senators and all of them, they decided to be telling people to protest. And when they protest, they kill them. Nobody talks. Now, instrument, the servant that God is using now in the person of Mazi Simon, the prime minister, he has come to say, let's follow the line that Mazi has given to us. Sit at home, just like where we read. The sign that shows you that there is danger outside is there. They have launched their Fulani killers in Biafra land, trying to wipe us out. And Mazi Simon have said, go in and stay in. Leave the field for our Biafran Liberation Army, for our ESN, for those who has been equipped to match up with them. What are you coming outside to do? They said you shouldn't listen to Simon. Is it your enemies you should listen? May I know from you, Biafrans? Are you going to listen to your enemies tell you what to do? And do they have anything good for you? They have been killing you, burning your shop and telling you come and do business. The ones they burnt and destroyed in Lagos, in Abuja and other places, is it not business? Were you not going to do business? Yet they destroyed it. One of our so-called Igbo leaders in Lagos is still in prison. Mazi is still in prison. They have not obeyed the law, rule of law, in their own court. Abakayari, the terrorists, everywhere have been released. Money is now given to them. What are you doing, Biafrans? Sit at home, because fire needs to meet fire so that we get this thing hot. Even Mazi said, if you don't see me burn down the zoo, has the zoo been burned down? The fire is just preparing to burn, and they are now screaming. They are now screaming, calling themselves now to be the victim, and we are the terrorists. We agree, we are. So long as we have our land to ourselves. No effulef, no irredeemable pamper wearers, no blood stalker in our land. Biafrans, we are being told to sit at home. We are not begging the zoo to release Mazi. They know that Mazi is a free man. They are the ones bound. They are the ones bound from generation to generation. They are the ones, not Mazi. So now that you are told to sit at home so that the angels of this war will come and fight. If you come out, God warned Moses, tell the Israelites, if you come out in the night, the angel of death will kill you, and your blood will be upon your head. If you come out, Biafrans, from 31st until 14th August, that you are told to sit at home, and you said the zoo government have given you something and told you come out and do business will protect you, you know very well that what they breed is lying. What they breed is death. What they breed is criminality. What they breed is everything abominable. They cannot tell you anything because they have never told you anything. All they tell you is that you are Nyamere. They don't need you in their Nigeria. Nigeria, they've beat and dashed to them. What to make you want to sit at home? What kind of hunger? Sit at home. Lock your doors and your windows. Be there and be praying, because the angels of God will guide you. Those who refuse this warning, like where we read, The intelligent ones, they go in and hide and save themselves from danger. But the fools, they will go out and they will meet their death, and their blood will be on their head. So Biafrans, there's nothing hidden again. You have seen those who have sold our Mazi. You have seen those who are your core enemies. They are in the DOS. They are in the leaders. They went to Abuja not to say Mazi should be released, but to keep him there. All round, they are fighting to make sure that Mazi stays there. All round, they are fighting that Biafra will not be established. All round, they are also fighting the only remaining weapon you have, which is civil disobedience. On your own, not by force. Sitting in your house, sit at home. They also want to take it away from you. Are we so daft that we cannot rise up? Mazi is sitting at home for 2 years now. Those in IDP camp are sitting at home, even being raped there. Biafrans, sit at home and pray. Sit at home and drop your evil. Sit at home and shine your eyes so that we'll get what we need. We are going to stop them everywhere they are entering in our land. Mazi said, not an inch will go out. This fuel they are taking and sharing with Britain and America, we are going to stop it. They will pay hard to take it. All of you Biafrans outside Biafra land that are in Europe, America, anywhere, call your people and tell them to sit at home. If anyone refuses to sit at home, stop sending help to them. And anything happens to them, don't bother yourself, because that shows that they are not of the true seed. They are of the Fulani. Thank you, Biafrans. End it here until next week. We'll come around. Just be counting your date, 31st July until 14th August. If they don't release Mazi, total until God gives us what we want. And let those warriors, ESN, BLM, let them fight for the Fulanis who are coming to kill us. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. Really good. May we wave bye to Biafrans. Biafran, we are saying bye.